There we go.
What's up, my geeks? Welcome to It's Geeky episode
Yo, yo, yo.
18, the 2014 fall TV season. I'm your host, Rock. We have the Danger Pig, and as always, the Asian cat with a rice bowl for a hat.
Okay, since we're taking it urban, let me do. Yo, 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 what up?
Nika Chu.
Hi.
Whoop whoop.
There's a whoop whoop. Oh, sorry, I was too busy doing the urban thing that you kind of let in with some urbanness. And I'm like, well, shit, do we all have to be all urban? Yo, 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 what motherfucker? Yeah, I just straight got up racist.
Your
What?
audio just went completely like almost non-existent.
Keep you legged?
What about your audio? I'm sure.
My audio needs to be
We're having some
up.
technical difficulties, folks. Matt, are you hearing anything?
Yeah, I'm hearing everything. I'm just waiting
Wow,
for.
everybody's audio just went down for some odd reason.
Yeah, Google Hangouts. It's
Google
not the.
Hangouts having some issues with us right now, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, right, I can still barely. Can somebody hear you?
So now I know you guys are sound in line.
Trick and tater rice?
When you can't hear shit from me.
All right, so
Oh shit! If even that's loud.
It's really weird. Okay, I got
But
everybody's
the-
audio turned up.
Brian talks like this, and then Matt talks like this, and then Brian talks like this, and Matt talks like this. I'm like, oh my god!
Oh my god, I can't hear shit. Anyway, what's
Oh, I
up,
can
my
hear Matt,
geeks?
dude.
How
You
you
get-
today?
you get-
how's that? Is that better for you?
That is so much better.
All right. So we're gonna be talking about fall
Oh, yeah.
TV.
We gonna be talking about
Me and Brian. Well, yeah. While we were waiting on you, Asian, we were talking about the Flash, and he said the pilot for the Flash TV show was leaked online. So have you seen that yet?
Oh, dude, that was sick. I got that the day after it leaked, dude, because I just kind of got hung up. That was actually pretty sick. More lighthearted than Arrow, obviously. I like it because it's got Law and Order's Detective Green in there. What's his name?
Jesse L. Martin.
Jesse L. Martin from Law and Order. He's in there as like freaking.
From Broadway, sir. Broadway.
Oh, Law and Order. Okay, he was Briscoe's partner. That was sick. I mean, the effects were cool. He's not as brooding as Arrow, which is cool because I'm getting tired of DC brooders.
You just like Arrow because, as I've said before, the shirtless, oiled-up men.
No, I actually like it for Deathstroke, but you know what? They did find their Rage Al Ghul. Fucking, even though Liam Neeson said he'd be more than happy to play it in a heartbeat, they chose some other guy.
I know they got some other guy that I don't know who, but
No, Matthew Noble. I went looking for him, and they're like,
I'm
well,
at Google.
no, that's what they're like. Well, he was in like one thing as this. I'm like, really? Because I couldn't tell you a damn thing the guy's been in.
Give me a moment.
Half his pictures don't even look like Al Ghul. It was just that one shot where he's all
I
skinny.
mean, the power of makeup in Hollywood.
A little loud there.
well, anyway, as we classically always do, Pig, what are you drinking today?
I'm drinking just Coke because I'm still getting over a cold.
Okay, Coke. All right, you have a virgin rum and Coke.
And Virgin Rockstar vodka.
You know, how about you, Cat? What you got?
Yo, word. I'm bringing it back from the ghetto with my 32 ounce of natural ice and my bong load of weed. No, I'm not trying to be stereotypical. I got my weed in my bear.
Okay, so he's drinking some shitty natty ice.
Yeah.
Hey, man, keep it scrubbing.
This beer I found at the grocery outlet center. Box beer. I don't know. It's not too bad. For $4 for a 6-pack, couldn't beat it.
What is it?
Oh, man, I kind of hope you sneeze during the podcast and, like, we get, like, 3D snot fling on the camera. That'd be kind of... Well, I guess he was in Transformers, too.
So,
Yeah, apparently this Ra's al Ghul was in Transformers.
Give me a second. My
Nika's looking it up. But what I like the fact is they're building on more. This week, I forget the guy's name, but they got Heatwave signed. They've already confirmed Captain Cold. The pilot showed Weather Wizard. And like rogues.
Heatwave is
Oh, he was in Riddick.
Dominic
Purcell. Purell.
Something like that. But yeah.
Oh, he is anti-germs.
So there's
He's a great sanitizer.
204 people seating the Flash pilot episode right now on Pirate Bay. For anybody that wants to go download it and watch it, which I'm going to do after this podcast.
Well, you know what I've been thinking of? I've been thinking of awesomely bringing, like, on Wednesdays, hey, you want these comics? Here's a torrent link. And hey, this movie just hit. Here, and I think I'm thinking about sharing what's new on the Pirate Bay every week. What do you guys think?
Enable.
Well,
Oh, Nable.
the Flash is on right now. Shitload of seaters, which means it's going to be super fast. It's going to be Flash speeds to download it because of the amount of people seeing it.
Flash.
I've only seen the commercial, so all of you guys have watched the pilot except me. Then is what I'm.
Yes, apparently.
Okay, because I've seen the commercials for it, and I have my DVR set up to record, the whole series when it comes on. But I keep seeing the commercial, and all I can think of is Sheldon Cooper in the Flash costume every time I see, like... I mean, that's just... Right now, all I can see, like, I just keep flashing back to, like, the Big Bang Theory episodes where, he would be in the Flash costume. Yeah.
Flash back to John Cena, who's been coming out on wrestling the last couple of weeks wearing Flash colors.
So, I'm going to, after...
Big Bang Theory.
Or McDonald's colors. Are they Flash colors or McDonald's colors?
Big Bang Theory on Monday nights now instead.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I've long stopped watching it.
So, what do you guys think of the Flash so far, just off the first episode?
It was really good.
I like they also got the original Flash from the old series to play his dad.
Oh yeah, old school Flash.
And I was like, old school Flash, awesome. That series wasn't.
I recorded the 1980 movie The Flash. It's on my DVR. I meant to watch that before the show, but I'm going to watch that too later.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
I haven't either.
1980s Flash movie?
Yeah, hold on. Keep talking. I'll pull it up real
Are you
quick.
sure it's not Flash Gordon?
Yeah, Flash Gordon.
Flash.
No, that's different. That's a great movie, though. That's a great movie. That's the one that Ted... Dude, that's a football player that's taken to space to take on Ming.
Hold on. Let me double check because I thought it was the Flash. It may be Flash Gordon. Let me just double check.
Flash saves you. Queen does the entire soundtrack for it.
Flash,
Someone said Queen. Yeah. Savior of the universe.
So,
Totally.
as far as
It's a good movie.
as far as the first episode of Flash goes, what give us without spoilers, I guess, or spoiler alert. If you don't know the Flash backstory,
They actually, in the first episode, they already bring and give you Weather Wizard.
oh, it's Flash Gordon.
No, keep it. That's a good movie.
No,
Keep
Flash
it.
forward?
No, Flash. No, Gordon. You said.
Off the bat, not only do they give you Flash and his
That might be-
origin story, but they give you Weather Wizard and his origin story and him using his power. And they make
Nice.
Weather Wizard look a lot cooler than in comics. So.
Well, there's a lot of questionable characters like Captain Boomerang. Every time I see Captain Boomerang, I'm just like, really, guys?
Oh, I mean, it's gonna be Captain Boomerang. Should be Weather Wizard, Captain Cold, Heat Wave, Trickster, and then I forget. Is that it, or am I missing someone?
There were 6.
And what was cool is in the original series, Trickster was played by Mark Hamill, and you can tell when he did the voice,
God.
that was his early Joker, because it sounded like early Joker. I was like, hell yeah!
I love old school Flash.
Oh, dude, there was nothing wrong with old school Flash.
There wasn't. It just
No.
it wasn't when they did the old school Flash.
What's going on here?
Hold on, turn Brian up. Wait, what? Repeat. I didn't hear you.
What they with old school Flash show, they just didn't start it off right. They didn't make it as it was a superhero show, but it really wasn't. Because Flash didn't fight anybody until Trickster near the end of the season.
Trickster was a 3-parter.
Oh, we forgot Mirror Master.
Oh, Mirror Master.
We forgot
that's
Mirror
it.
Master. And he did. He took on loose versions of Mirror Master and someone else in the original. He took on loose versions of Mirror Master and I forget who else. But they were very loose versions. Like, they looked nothing like them. Da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, oh. I forgot about Mirror
So-
Master. He's got some sick power.
So Arrow's coming back too, right?
Yes, Arrow is coming back for its 3rd season.
So that Arrow again is another show I haven't really watched. I've seen a couple episodes, but the episode I've seen, it just didn't. It was kind of like Smallville. It was too like drama-y.
No, I will admit, it is.
Okay, but you guys talk about this too drama, but you have to
Soap
get
opera.
backstory, or else there's no point in watching.
I mean, I really do not like a quarter of Arrow because it's like, hey, look, I'm killing people. Oh, let's cut to these people talking about emotions, and I'm like, why are you talking about emotions? We just saw this guy like shooting people down with arrows, and they're like, hey, let's talk about if I love you. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that.
I'll be right back, guys.
So, Arrow was just, it never really, like just too much emotion, too much CW style, or like a feel to it.
Yep, you're right.
It looks like basically Dawson's Creek meets DC Universe.
Blasphemy.
It ain't as bad as Smallville because you know what? That's the reason I didn't get into it till second season was almost over. I finally watched it because I'm like, it was on Netflix. I'm like, I'll give it a shot. And it took me forever to get through the first episode. But when I did, I'm like, okay. And then Nika we'll be watching it. She was like, just hang tight. This is the emotion part. And I'll just be like, and I'll just sit there or get my snack and I come back when they're
You have to be
getting
able to.
superhero-y.
You have to be involved with the characters, or else they're not going to end up with seasons. If you end up with 2 episodes.
There's a
of it.
lot of hot chicks, though. I will give it that. You got fucking Felicia Smoke, Laura Lane. I mean, they're all hot. Felicity. Sorry, Felicia.
You have to be involved in the characters. You have to like buy into their stuff, but there comes a point where it's just too fucking emo, and it's like, all right, you know what? Can we get over like the attempting to make a tearjerker and just
Great episode. I love that one. He can't have milk. I feel like the one the other day though, the one of my favorite ones when they all give up shit and
CW
cut off their fingers.
girls, so they need the emotional thing. So they already know they're gonna get like the guy audience who reads the comic books and go, "Yay, we get to see these comic book heroes on the small screen." But
I think-
you have to get the broader range. So of course we're gonna get that emotional spectrum. You guys don't.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, and I think that draws in the girl audience more because let's be honest, like CW it's more of shows for women. It's like
That's why exercising all the time. What?
Hey, but you know what? I will give it this. One thing that did blow me over with the first season is he killed people, and I would really like that. I was just like sitting there. I thought he was gonna hey, I can't kill. And then I saw him like take down people with his arrows. I'm like, oh motherfucker, he just killed those guys.
Arrow to
Oh
the
shit.
face. To the face.
Yeah, to the face, to the dome. He was just shooting arrows and just dropping people. I'm like, yeah. Unfortunately, he tones that down by second season
They're
because
still main.
I gotta become a hero, and you're like, yeah.
Still main, just not dead.
Yeah, they're just not dead. They're main, but not dead. I liked them better when they were dead.
I know you did.
now.
Of course you like everything when they're dead.
Yeah.
But, everybody off.
Yeah.
Like
Now I'll probably go back and watch Arrow. I'll watch the first season. One show that not a lot of people like that's actually coming back for a second season. A lot of people thought it was going to get canceled on the first season, which I already see Brian kind of ready to shake his head. No. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm excited for that show coming back.
Who said it was canceled?
that was the
No. They were worried about it all first season. Because like the ratings kept dropping, and a lot of people were like, "Well, it don't have Thor or Captain America in it," and it's like, no, I can't wait for that to come back.
Yeah.
Not a
I think what they did with the end of it, like, because basically a show like that, that's written for one season, like a one-shot deal, they basically wrap it all up at the end, and you can go, like, if the season did end, you can be like, oh, man, that was a fucking awesome ending, and it was a great season. The way that Ward was actually with Hydra the whole time, and you think that it was Asian with the Inception music.
Music, action music to describe to.
Just like,
No,
where's the Hydra?
it reminds me of the South Park Inception episode.
And she did chaka chaka chow.
No, but the build-up that they did with Shield and the fact that they also tied it into Captain America.
Yes, they tied it into the
movies.
movies.
Really good.
Nick Fury is totally off the grid. They find a Shield secret, like.
Oh, we've already said that Ward's and Hydra. So Nick Fury's completely quote dead.
Can't kill off that black man that easily.
But what did make me sad at the end of the season was didn't Patton Oswalt's character die, and they had like a replacement that was.
It's either a clone, a brother. It's something like that. Weird. It's still Patton Oswalt, but he's now like what? One was Billy, and one was I forget the other one. But they're like, oh, and I was happy to see him back. I was like, I was sad when you got killed. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah.
He's totally fanboying over that. You know it too.
No, you nerd bum.
Now, what I like about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is it's a little bit cheeseball and it's a little bit low budget. Because, like Brian said, it ties into the movies. Like, Captain America, they have stuff where they talk about in Thor the Dark World, where New York kind of got fucked up a little bit. No, sorry, that was Avengers. But anything that happens...
It's in Avengers a lot in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where, like, they've even had the Chitauri shit that was found.
Yeah.
They talk about what happened.
They brought the one girl in from Thor. I forget her name.
Lorelei, and then the
Sif.
No, not Lorelei. I'm thinking Arrow now. What the fuck is? No, it starts with an L, ain't it?
Laurel?
No.
No.
Which one's the one from Thor?
Lady Sif is the one that came into the show.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, bro. Wait, what did you say?
Lady Sif.
Lady Sif. But then what was the other one that came down? No, there was a one that we were chasing. The hot one that could enchant the guys.
She wasn't in Thor though.
That character was.
Well, there's a
Extra.
I forgot what her name was. I know she's the one that put like the mind control on Ward, and
oh yeah, and he was all taking her to Caesar's palace and boning her and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
he wouldn't.
yeah, because she had like basically her power was to control like at least human men. I don't know about like Asgardian men, but definitely human men. She can control them, just by being like, "Hey, baby."
Well, hey, remember like when she was controlling that whole biker gang and that guy's wife shows up and she's like, "Who's this bitch?" And he's just like, "Oh, this is the goddess," and then she's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. So, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has done a really good job because they like we said, they tie the movies into the show a little bit. Even though you're not getting Thor and Loki coming down, you're not getting Captain America popping up. You do get Nick Fury. He gets like his little cameos, and I think the little cameos are like the best part when.
And I'm sorry, the movies didn't have Deathlock, and that was like one of the best things that they were wrapping up that series, the progression of Deathlock.
Actually, yeah, because I didn't see him becoming. What's that, Brian?
I did like them bringing in Deathlock and a bunch of all the other characters they started mentioning throughout the entire season, because it does bring a broad pretty much the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean,
yeah.
They had Blizzard, they had Gravitron, Deathlock,
the ice guy.
Who?
The ice guy that touched the window when he got the frost powers with the weather machine.
That's Blizzard.
No. See, I can't hear you, so I thought you said lizard. I'm like, sure, they have a lizard.
Blizzard.
Oh,
okay, gotcha.
Blizzard.
So, I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Lorelei.
Oh, it was Lorelei.
Yeah, so I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has done a really good job on the first season, but because it was written as a one-season show, those are kind of tricky because, like, remember that show back in, like, I want to say 2002, between 2000 and 2004 called Prison Break, where
unfortunately.
Yeah, the first season was awesome, and that show was only written for one season, and then they didn't expect it, it was just like, huh?
It should only have been one season. It's called Prison Break.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, because it was written for one season, it was written really well for that season, but then it got picked up because it was so popular that they came back with the second season and it just got ridiculous. And you're like, all right, this is fucking stupid now. So
they Prison Break again.
The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is, it's kind of gonna see if it can make that comeback of being a one-season show. It was written for one season,
and it almost wasn't good after, because like seriously, people fell off that show except people like us.
Because usually, like, a show knows after the pilot or the first couple of episodes if they get renewed. It took, like, I think more than halfway through the season before they decided, yeah, we're going to renew you for a second season.
Well, I like it from the first Asgardian episode where they had that guy that looked like Odo from Deep Space Nine, and he was like the berserker. And every time they touched the staff, and then May touched the staff and went like nuts, and he was like cool with the berserker.
Still have that too, because Ward still has the power in him. Because they showed that at the end of this season that Ward was still affected by that berserker staff. So
well, remember they had all the weapons back. The graviton and everything fucking was like all shipped back out thanks to Bill Paxton.
I think Paxton was awesome in this show. He was a great addition for that season.
And you know what? I didn't listen to my friend Chris. He's like, he didn't know nothing about really S.H.I.E.L.D., but he's like, hey, that's that guy that's usually that fucking douchebag in all those movies. He's like, I bet you by the end he's a traitor. And I was like, nah, dude. And then they pointed in all these directions. I'm like, no, it's that chick. And no, it's that one. And by the end he's like, see, I told you, that guy's always a traitor douchebag in whatever he plays.
Well, see, I didn't expect Ward to be a traitor in the show.
That was what caught me off guard.
I was actually glad Ward was a traitor because I hate the character.
Really? I like him.
I like the character.
Bad guy.
I mean, I think he's a cooler asshole villain kind of a thing, but I did not like him on the team. I didn't actually sense any of the chemistry he had with anybody on the show. Like everybody else I saw.
I sensed the part where he was banging May, and I was like, oh yeah, you're banging May.
I would be banging May too.
Yes.
Rightfully so.
Well, right, remember, because, like, fucking, what was it? Fucking Sky was like, oh, she's pissed. And she's like, no, I'm just holding it until the next time I see him. And then she fucking whoops his holy ass.
As she should.
Yes, she should.
She's that badass.
Sky, yeah. I mean, that's one thing, too. It's laying down with some hot-ass chicks.
But you know what? They're strong hot-ass chicks, too. They're not just there to be hot. They'll kick your ass.
No,
you know?
no, like Calvary, she's cool. Sky.
This is the problem with women in real life and in comics and in TV. They say, hey, it's just, sex, and then next thing you know, they want you to put a fucking ring on it and they're kicking your ass because, you fucking betray the team. What's up, bitches? Can't you just switch sides? Without getting your ass kicked?
Yeah, switch sides. Yeah.
Wait, does that mean you want to all become a lesbian and start scissoring? Because I am down for that.
Well, no, because May had told Ward that, hey, this is just sex, basically. Like, don't get attached.
Oh, yeah.
Then she's pissed because, it's like, oh, you're a bad guy? Oh, I'm so pissed now. And it's like, no, it's just because of sex, and you can't fuck him now. You're just angry because you're not getting that Ward dick.
Well, I like when she told Phil. Phil's like, no?
I actually thought they were going to develop a story arc between, Coulson and May having some kind of romantic interest, because it seems like they left that open there that, there may have been in the past.
It seems to me more like a respectful,
like they've had each other's back through war.
Yeah, it's more
thing.
like war buddies kind of thing to me. Firefly.
I bet you they have had sex. There's no way Coulson and May have not hooked up.
I agree with you on that one, man. I think there was some sex involved.
And I think it'll surface in the next season, but it won't actually be a story arc of them getting together. But it'll be more like comments and stuff like that, where they'll kind of have a sexual innuendo, and she'll say something about that time in Morocco, or it'll be one of those things.
It was Beaver Creek, and we took the legs.
No.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be like a flashback, or they're making references about something.
Now this season,
demanding a ring.
Yeah, Coulson's the one demanding the ring.
You know what was
marry me now, May?
You know what the sick ass episode was? The one where they train and they kept showing it from everyone's point of view, because that one
was cool.
Froze every time. That was
and then
sick.
They disappeared or whatever.
They disappeared, but they went back and showed how they disappeared. That was sick.
That was a good episode.
I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was actually a surprise, because I first started watching it and I was like, it's a little cheeseball, especially the flying car in the first episode at the end.
Lola,
hey,
dress with fire right.
And it's like, okay,
hands off of Lola.
It's like, okay, this is gonna be kind of cheesy, whatever. But I watched it and I liked it. I thought it was a really good show, and I'm excited for the comeback. I don't know when it's starting. It's probably going to be next summer, I'm thinking, or next.
No, it's a fall season.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a fall show.
So we have actually a lot of shows coming out this fall that are really good to talk about. 3 of which I know off the top of my head: Flash, Arrow, actually 4, Agents of Shield, and now Gotham, which is one I'm really looking forward to.
I'm actually like the Law and Order stuff.
Gotham.
I'll try it.
What's that, Brian?
I'll try it.
I'm kind of skeptical with Gotham because when I first saw the trailer, all I can think of the guy playing Gordon. All I can ever think about how he was acting, how he sounded, was actually it reminded me of Brad Pitt from Seven. I don't like, and then they bring in like a new character. You have no idea who the hell it is.
So then, how they're gonna make Oracle in this TV series is Barbara Gordon will have her head chopped off, and he'll find it in a box, and then he'll attach the head to a computer. And
That's going to be amazing because Barbara Gordon's not even alive yet.
I think I have your story arc right there, guys.
There you go. You know, I'm actually looking forward to John Constantine.
Yeah, I think I like that it focused on Harvey Dent and Gordon. It focuses on when they're young, like Catwoman's an orphan running around on the rooftops already.
What sold me was Riddler, the way he looks, and the way Penguin looks. I was just like, oh yeah, that looks like a young Penguin.
As long as they don't make him foreign again, bastards.
Ooh.
Penguin.
You know, I like him. You know, and I recently played the Arkham Origins game, and
the whole brilliant Penguin.
Like, that has me excited for the TV show because it's an Origins kind of show. So, you know, like you said, there's Catwoman, there's the Riddler, his start. I think, you know, I don't know at all, but I think the Joker's going to be held until, like, it's going to...
Probably come as Red Hood.
I mean, that's the biggest name, really.
Yeah, dude, that'd be like when they bring Roz in Season 3. They'll be like, oh, Season 3, we're going to introduce
what I
early
think
Joker.
You're going, like, deep into it like it's going to be successful. I have to see how the season's going to go before I put all the eggs in this one basket for Gotham and see how it goes. You know,
I have more hope for that than Peggy Carter.
Here's what I think is going to happen with Gotham, is I think they wrote it for multiple seasons already because, you know, it's a Fox show. So even if it's terrible,
dude,
they'll
Fox
still keep...
shows never last. Popular Fox shows never last. They cut them off really fast.
Okay, you're right. Popular ones because, I mean, something as crappy as Sleepy Hollow can get a new season.
Hold on.
Netflix has already said that they will begin streaming as soon as it runs its initial season runs. So if they're going to do that, and if they have faith, they can still even pick it up after if Fox cancels it and be like, well, we're going to run it exclusively for Netflix now.
Yeah, like, because Fox, they got rid of, what was it, Almost Human, which was a great sci-fi show.
Almost Human. I'm trying to remember that one.
Carl Urban.
Oh, yeah. You know,
that show was actually really amazing, and it did not get picked up.
It was all right.
That was a British show, right? It's really hard to make that transition. I think that was a British show first, and it's hard to make that transition from Britain to the U.S.
Yeah.
So.
No, not
yeah,
that's almost not almost that's no, that's a different show. The other one
Ghost and the werewolf.
No.
Talking about where with Carl Urban, where he's a cop in the future.
I know when you're talking about where it's a ghost, a werewolf, and a vampire all living in an apartment. And
that's being human.
Oh yeah.
Almost Human.
That sucks.
Cop show with android who kind of like has like human emotions or some shit. I don't know. So it was really good.
Story origin.
With Gotham, here's how I think they're going to introduce the Joker. I don't think he's going to be on the first season.
No.
I think he's going to be the cliffhanger at the end of the first season. Like at the very end, it'll be like, oh, this is Joker, you know, and it's like, dun dun dun. Now you got to wait till second season for anything with the Joker to pick up because he is kind of.
You know what actually would be kind of crazy? If it was some Bruce Wayne's friend.
The Joker was?
Yeah, no, I'm like, that would be really, I think, how the TV show would go. It's actually Bruce Wayne's friend. And
during the, what?
Because remember in our last show, Assault on Arkham, we made like fucking Joker's gay for Batman.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing though is
It's gonna be some childhood shit from there. I don't know.
I don't think that even with the TV show they will never give the Joker like a childhood origin. You know, he's just.
Read that.
They better not, because that would suck. Because Joker's just crazy.
I mean, that's one of the things about Joker is like there is no real like where did he come from? You know, like what was he doing before he went completely batshit insane and started wearing white makeup and big red lips and green hair? You know, is he just a normal dude working a fucking hot dog on a stick as a 15-year-old or?
Well, when I was at
Wow,
that panel for Arrow, it was cool because
Working a hot dog on a stick.
Okay, you're right. Only girls work a hot dog on a stick for some reason. I don't know.
We only want girls working a hot
Can't
dog
work
on a
anywhere
stick.
else.
So I think Gotham is gonna throw out that at the end of the season there may be that plot twist of like, ooh, it's a Joker, but then it kind of seems like
think it's going to be season 3.
well, and if they did throw in the Joker, it would seem wrong if he was an adult because that would put him like 10, 15 years older than Bruce Wayne. And I kind of imagine that Bruce Wayne and the Joker are probably, or Batman and the Joker are probably the same age. So it would be really weird if Batman's 50 and the Joker's already 65 and breaking hips.
Well, I know during the Arrow panel, freaking, they were specifying how important and how integral the season 3 is. They're like, you see, that's usually when things start happening. They're like, for instance, Arrow season 1. They're like, we gave him the basic origins. 2, we brought in Deathstroke. Boom. 3, Ra's al Ghul, which everyone's like, ah. So they're like, so I'm thinking maybe it'll be a season 2 to 3 cliffhanger if it lasts that long for Joker, if any.
And I like that they are bringing Ra's al Ghul into the TV of the DC universe. He was great in the games. I liked the character. I never really cared for him before, but the games made me love him. And when I look back at the comics, though, I still think he's kind of like Vincent Price kind of character.
I don't.
No,
I've always liked Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
I think his character was. It's basically Batman, but at a different scale, because he sees the world as a bigger picture than just Gotham.
Yeah, well, he sees he is the destroyer and the creator of the world, basically. He has the power to have led armies and manipulate empires throughout history. So, and he's got the right idea: kill off a bunch of motherfuckers, and
Kill them off. Let's rebuild.
exactly. Let's just everyone hit their nuke button at the same time. Let that shit go where it may, and then just start fresh. You have a couple hundred years of roaming the desert and like a boy and his dog. You have a dog you have a telepathic connection with, and you eat people.
Lord help me. I'm listening to this shit.
I actually got some comments, some people actually talking to me on Facebook right now, but I got a Melinda Salati. She asked the question, isn't Joker part of the Bruce Wayne story? She's asking about Gotham. What she's referring to is actually from the Tim Burton movie, because it's actually the Joker who kills in the Tim Burton movie Batman. Joker's the one who actually kills his parents.
Yeah,
Because that's where they got that badass line.
But it's Joe Chill in the comics, right? We discussed this last time, didn't we?
Yeah, it's like Joe Chill in the comic books.
Well, I just like the fact that in the movie is the badass line that, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? And you're like, all right, we'll go with it.
You know what? I actually still use that line once in a while just for the hell of it.
I feel like, no, where did he get those wonderful toys?
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
I mean, and come on, dude, that whole fucking soundtrack that wasn't scored, every music part was by, what? Oh, Prince, that dance.
Yeah, I actually own that soundtrack because
he did that dance, he did like Party Man.
Sorry, I go Danny Elfman.
Anything that wasn't scored.
Danny Elfman on my soundtrack.
Of course, because you can't have a Tim Burton anything without Danny Elfman
And
doing.
damn right, because Danny Elfman's in
And
it.
oh no, we all know he'll come in and go the doo 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 doo, and then there'll be some long notes going da 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 doo 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 doo. There's your Danny Elfman right there.
So, Asian Elfman over here.
Dude, he's just so you know what you're getting.
So,
Say something that doesn't sound like anything like.
Do 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 do.
back to Gotham. I think, you know, there will be a Joker story. I think it'll be in a later season because.
Well, I do know Melinda was at the Gotham panel, or the DC panel at Comic-Con, and she says, doesn't he have to do with Bruce Wayne's parents' death? Because she says that's how the Gotham pilot starts. They introduce Bruce and Officer Gordon. That's how they meet. So I guess Joker somehow are involved in it.
Yeah, but like you know, you were saying that was in the Tim Burton movie, not the actual.
No, he's saying that he said that his friend went to the panel where they showed it or was showing the show or something like that, right?
Oh, okay. So, well,
I guess that's the way it started off because they did show the first episode.
Well, if they're using him as killing.
Was it the first episode or just?
Why no? At the evening they were discussing for Hall H. They were going to show Constantine, Gotham, Flash, and then something else.
Yeah, they were doing all the DC shows. Melinda's asking, did any of us watch the pilot? I can assume. I can speak for all of us. I believe we have not seen the pilot.
Is it on the Pirate Bay? I will have seen it by tomorrow if it is.
I think I'm going to search for it myself, but I don't know if it is on the Pirate Bay.
Well, right now I'm looking at Pirate Bay, and it says Gotham Season 1, Episode 00, The Legend Reborn is what it's titled as. But in the comments that people have left so far, it says it's basically a making of Gotham. It's not the actual pilot episode. It's kind of like a behind-the-scenes and like an extended preview with behind-the-scenes kind of thing.
Like recently on Netflix, they just started putting in this how we made Sherlock, and I'm like, no, I want to see Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch and Morgan Freeman. No one cares how it's made.
No.
How it's made. Morgan Freeman,
So far
Martin
for
Freeman.
Gotham, I'm not actually seeing first season.
Morgan Freeman is Dr. Watson.
Yeah, that'd be
But
amazing.
you have to be careful because it looks like porn is also coming up when you search Gotham, which is really weird.
I think that Batman Triple X.
I was about to say they got the Batman 1960s Triple X. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Hey, let's leave porn out of this for once.
No, we don't leave porn out of
I
this.
can't.
Just leave
No, we never.
out of it.
You should just.
No,
Actually, Melinda says they actually did show the pilot episode for Gotham at Comic-Con.
Okay.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. They showed the pilot of that and Constantine, right?
Oh, I have
go to
a
that.
And it was Constantine, right?
I have a question for Melinda. Why did you not record it on your smartphone and upload it to Pirate Bay?
So we could have a shitty.
Why didn't you record it, Melinda? Why didn't you record
Why
it?
did you not
Why
pirate
didn't you
it
get
for
security
us?
to come yell at you and say, turn off your recording device?
Why didn't any nerd in there record it? You'd think there'd be a recording out there. That's all I'm saying.
I've been in like Hall H and then the Ballroom 20 and shit. I wasn't even recording shit, but I've had security come up to me. You gotta turn your camera off. My fucking camera is off, you dumb shit. So I don't like the security gets ape shit on you. I don't know.
Well, see the trick.
Well, yeah, they are very well. No, 'cause the last couple of Comic Cons, some of that shit was leaked, and then, I mean that's pulled real quick, like real quick.
Well,
Now they're just getting with it, and they're just showing it later on.
The trick is you go in a costume where you can kind of wear like a camera on your head inside of. Yeah, no, not a GoPro, but an actual like camera is mounted on your head, but you have like a Godzilla thing, so like his mouth is there.
Now the mouth.
Yeah, so it comes out of the mouth, so you can just sit there and be like, "I'm just Godzilla, minding my own business." Can you
I like
speak?
that.
into the mouth?
What's that blue light, sir? His radioactive breath. God.
All right,
So,
okay. Part
Melinda's
magic
actually said,
Godzilla.
full episodes of The Flash, Gotham, Constantine, and Arrow were played in Hall H during at Comic Con.
see,
I call shenanigans.
No, it was.
Damn
I
you,
was gonna go
Anthony,
with that,
you
but
were
I didn't
playing
want to.
fucking like Dungeons and Dragons. We could have been watching like some TV shows.
So
no, I was gonna go to that, but I didn't want to wait in line in case people were waiting for Hall H. I was like, fuck that. I don't want.
Actually,
Like, I've already seen the
it isn't
Flash.
the
I'm not
Hall-
waiting in all that line for fucking Gotham and Constantine.
It wasn't that bad to get into Hall H at night.
so
That ain't bad. I just automatically picture it being a long line.
so right now.
Because it was the last panel of the day on, I think it was a Saturday, and
But it's showing all episodes of DC
No,
shows. I figured it'd be packed.
no, I mean at that point, like me and Anthony walked later at night, and we could have got in, like because we had to go pick up their kid.
Wait, with you and your mic, it sounded like you said you and Anthony walk weird at night. What
Yes,
do you
we
do?
walked weird at night. We walked over to Hall H.
Okay.
We got in, not a problem, because we had to go pick up their son, because he was having issues or something, not liking to be in Hall H. But it was actually,
Jesus.
we could have been watching that. Thank you, Anthony.
But we're talking about Jesus, right?
Yes, Jesus.
Okay, not black Jesus, but white Jesus.
Yes, it is Jesus, because he is born north of the border. It's not Jesus.
Hey, does it look like he's got a mustache patch, the sticker right there? What? Brian, do you thin out part of your mustache?
What?
A little.
It
You know
looks like
what?
a part of his mustache is thicker right here, like he thins it out there like a Frenchman.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
like
looks
right,
like a
yeah, right
Frenchman.
there on the right side. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit thinner.
It just grows that way.
It doesn't just grow that. I don't know. I just like maybe it's trying to thin it out like a Frenchman.
Like, checking it out.
And I'm about to say, now we've gone from geek talk to everyone's like examining, like,
Okay,
I wonder
so
if it does
what-
grow thin over
So
there.
do they have the first episode of Constantine and the other one up then on Pirate Bay? Or?
No, they didn't show, but they showed it in the hall.
Well, the Flash,
After how
the Flash is up, and I put a link for the Flash pilot episode up from Pirate Bay on our Geeky page.
Yep.
So, or you could just type in Pirate Bay dot.
ThePirateBay.se.
Yeah, it's .sc now. It keeps changing, but you know, it's always the Pirate
Like
Bay.
Sweden or something.
And Melinda's
international
actually
waters.
stated that the pilot for Gotham was really dark, really was awesome. But here's the cool thing for during Hall H, I guess they had the full cast of Gotham, Flash, Constantine were all on the stage at the same time.
Wow.
Were they in costume?
That would have been. I don't think they were in
could have
costume.
pulled up
That would
three
have
of
been really
anybody in
cool.
costume. That would have been
Because
like, what?
when Loki shows up to Comic Con, he shows up in costume.
Hell yeah, I did,
Hey,
because he's amazing.
Hey, wait, no, I gotta say, did you hear about Daniel Radcliffe? I gotta
No.
give credit where credit's due. That motherfucker went through all of Comic Con as a spectator for the most part, and like only one person did he. They're like, "Hey, I just want a picture of your outfit." Da da da. And he took off the mask, and it was Daniel Radcliffe. But the rest of he was like what, Stormtrooper or
No, he was the
Spider-Man?
smallest
The
Spider-Man.
world's smallest Spider-Man. He was just a short, skinny Spider-Man just walking around. And
I
then
love him.
Jack
He's amazing.
Black went around as a stormtrooper Friday or Saturday just so he could go do shit without getting mobbed.
I always feel bad for the ones that actually want to go and don't get a chance. So that's cool to hear, like, the stories where they're in costume and stuff, and they're just like, fuck it, I'm going anyway.
A lot of people actually do kind of go to, a lot of celebrities that go to Comic Con will do the, like, I'm going to go in a costume so I can do that. Because I heard about, you know, the Jack Black. Saw, like, Adam Savage did that too.
Yeah.
Adam Savage did do it.
I saw like Seth Green a couple of times, but I had an exhibitor badge, so I saw him running around like prior to the exhibit hall opening. But I had
No, the best one was last year when I was just running down the bottom, just, you know, in the, like, outside the exhibit hall where you're just, like, at the bottom, and I ran into fucking, y'all might not recognize, but V. Neal and Glenn Hetrick from fucking Face Off, the judges, and I was like, I love those people. I was like, oh my god, V. Neal, Glenn Hetrick, can I get a picture? And they're like,
For some reason, I was thinking of the John Travolta movie Face Off with Nicolas Cage in.
which one?
We can face off with Josh.
Oh no, that'd be cool. No, I'm talking the reality show you don't like, Matt, but I like.
Should,
years
what,
ago,
should
Matt
be
was
coming back,
bragging on
right,
it.
Asian? For
What?
like 7th season or some shit.
What?
Face Off, shouldn't that show be coming back soon too?
Oh, it's already Face Off's already in
About
mid-season right now.
halfway.
About halfway.
Is
But
it
you know
half-
what is back? I've been meaning to put this. South Park will be back in like
Yes.
2 to 3 weeks, and I am like,
bring that up. I'm excited for South Park. Thing with South Park though is, as anyone's probably seen on that 7 Days to Air, that little short documentary.
I love that.
Basically, they in a week's time they write, edit, produce, do the entire show. And that's still how they do it. So there is no like, well, what's going to happen this season in South Park? They may do kind of like they do the last couple of seasons where there's like a 3-parter, so like the Black Friday Bundera. Then there was like the 3-part Imagination Land series season finale one.
And the
Well, you know what, Matt? You usually watch that DVR, right?
No, I watch it. I just DVR. Sorry, yeah. Or I go to whatever.
No, because last season.
We did not mean to mess with your.
Last season was the first time in history they actually missed deadline and the show did not air because they had a power outage because of their 7 days to air, ways for fucking the first time in how many seasons? One of their seasons did not air. Oh, you know what? A lot of
the show you were super pissed off that, oh my god, there's one episode of South Park that did not air on time in like 15, 16 years of being on Comedy Central. Like, you missed one fucking show that's still going to come out. It's just going to be a week late. And people flip their shit. It was like, reading comments and stuff on the pages was ridiculous what people were pissed about missing. I'm excited about South Park, but like I said, there's no telling what direction that show is going to go. That show is all over the place, and as we're on cartoons, there's also kind of a big thing for me is the Simpsons Family Guy crossover that I'm really looking forward to watching.
And the Futurama Simpsons crossover.
I'm actually looking for that Futurama Simpsons crossover because I kind of want to see Bender.
Matt, I know you were kind of like iffy about it, but did you see the preview that they put up for the Simpsons Family Guy one?
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be like every other Simpsons Family Guy. If you smoke enough pot, it's going to be good.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Well, my thing is, I
all good there.
I love when Peter's trying to talk Homer into a goddamn cutscene. Homer's like, "Oh, Peter and Homer together," and he's like, "That's as good as," and Homer's like, "What do you mean? That's just as good." And he's like, "Fine, I'll do it." And suddenly they cut to like this World War II fucking scene. I was like, yeah.
No, I haven't seen except for like the commercial where Homer's choking Peter, and he's like, "Oh God, that hurts. That's why you're so fat and stupid." And he's like, "No, that's your son."
Oh yeah.
I like when you find out that
I say that all the time.
that the Pawtucket Patriot is just really Duff with a different label slapped over it. That was good.
Well, Seth MacFarlane said that basically The Simpsons is what inspired him to do Family Guy. So he never said like, "Oh, it's not a ripoff." He basically admitted like, "Yeah, I kind of took that idea and warped it, even further than The Simpsons was." Because after watching Family Guy for so long, I haven't really watched The Simpsons in a long time. Just because after 500,
the only new one I saw was a Lego one. That was pretty cool.
Well,
dude, the Lego episode was shitty.
The Simpsons marathon just finished up. So of course I watched a lot of Simpsons, and then I started watching it, and I was like, yeah, there are a lot of similarities between The Simpsons and like the Family Guy with like the kind of cutaway and always kind of like going to some kind of gag here and there, but where Family Guy is more pop culture reference throughout like the 80s especially. They both have their little cutaway thing, their gags and stuff going on. So we'll see how this Family Guy Simpsons crossover does. I think it's just gonna be same old Simpsons and Family Guy stuff. It's meh.
Melinda just asked the question. Yes, we have already talked about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes. Oh, you have to watch the YouTube watch the video on YouTube. I think we talked about that in the first 15 minutes or so. We're all excited for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We all love that show. Had a great plot twist at the end. I think they did a really good job with the story. We're really happy with the characters and the cheese ball. I love the cheese ball side of it, how it's kind of... It has a little bit of a low-budget feel to it. But what else is coming out that you guys want to see this fall? Because the show that I really can't wait for, it's actually wrapping up the season next year, is Falling Skies. They just finished season 5, I believe it
Falling
was.
Skies is a summer show. Falling Skies is one of those summer shows.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is it just wrapped up. It just finished up, and then next season for Falling Skies, we'll talk about that at another show, obviously. But that's going to be their last season next season. Same thing with Sons of Anarchy. If people watch that, I don't really care for it, but
It's a biker show. Yay!
but what else are you looking
Wait a
for?
minute, we just lost Asian.
Yeah, I know.
When did we lose Asian?
A minute ago, he'll come. Oh, Asian ran to 7-Eleven. No, that was a while ago. But he'll come back. What else is coming out that are you looking forward to?
Let me see. I know it's gonna be like super silly, and you guys will mock me for it, but because for some odd reason I started watching this fucking show, but I think it's because of the pretty girls on the show. I started watching the originals.
The vampires.
The vampires, the werewolves, witches.
Another CW drama.
It is one of those CW shows that I watch. I think it's because I'm like the cute werewolf chick on the show. I just started watching like, ooh, pretty girls.
You know, there's a world full of free porn out on the internet, and what you said.
You think it gives me my soap opera too?
You can download porn with storylines.
No, you don't, because you're just gonna watch. You're gonna watch just the sex. Because they really can't act in porns.
Oh, they're the best actors. You just don't appreciate.
No. I'm like, I already knew I was gonna get mocked, but you know what though? Girls like it. Girls like, you watch that show too? Oh my god! And you know what? It works. It really works. Melinda's asked, does anybody watch Doctor Who? I do not. Do you watch that?
I don't watch Doctor Who. I've watched some Doctor Who here and there. I'm just not a fan of Doctor Who. I know as soon as Asian is rejoined here, him
over there.
Oh, him and Nika are gonna freak out that we don't really care for Doctor Who. But
I think Doctor Who's a great concept, but I'm not a big fan of Doctor Who. Nika, I know you were a big Whovian.
On the head?
Well, we'll take Nika and Asian. We'll let you guys take that. Especially, I know Nika's a huge Doctor Who fan. So, what was the question again, Brian?
Hey, what is my? I got a question. What is my going picture that you guys see?
You know the new season for Doctor Who.
Oh no! I changed it for
ago.
Google Plus, but it's not changed here.
I'm sorry, Brian. He's talking all up over you. I can't hear a word.
Asian,
Sorry,
shut up.
Yeah, Asian, shut up! I'm trying to talk here. I do know the new season of Doctor Who has just started. I think it's been a couple of weeks or so since the first episodes aired, but I'm not into Doctor Who too much. But Nika, have you started watching Doctor Who on BBC?
I have not, because I still have an episode to finish of Matt Smith, because I was not ready to make the transition from Tennant to Smith, so I delayed it for like 2 years. So
I've seen a couple of. I've only seen a couple of episodes. I've seen Day of the Doctor, which I actually really enjoyed. That seen a bunch of the Doctors all together, and I've seen the Man Who Saved Christmas, the last episode for Matt Smith before he his demise as Doctor Who. But I do kind of see the appeal of Matt Smith as the Doctor, because his is really different than Tennant or I can't think of his name, Destro. But it was a unique take, and his was more of a physical feel, because he talked a lot with his hands. All his gestures as the Doctor was kind of interesting.
You know, I just never got into the Doctor Who.
Hey guys, I've been drinking a lot of beer, so give me a moment. I gotta go break the seal.
I have watched some of the old. There was like a Doctor Who marathon where they played like every Doctor Who, I guess from the original Doctor Who all the way to the Day of the Doctor.
Uh-huh.
And I watched the old one where it's like the guy had curly hair and he had kind of.
Oh wow, that's very old.
That is,
And the scarf.
The bell bottoms and the big like jacket that was like kind of patchwork jacket, and he had like
yeah,
the
the
big.
blonde guy.
The blonde guy.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't blonde.
Hold on. I think I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Watch a newer one.
Yeah, I skipped all of those. I'll go back and watch those
Watch the
eventually.
Netflix ones with.
Start with season 9.
Yeah, Chris Eccleston.
Well, you know, if I'm gonna watch a show like that, I actually want to watch it from the start and all the way to.
Like I'll watch.
Okay,
the
it was actually.
Whoa.
It was Tom Baker.
He's pretty alright. I did like him.
Do you know what
I
you're
think
talking
the one with
about?
the fro I like. Yeah,
he's got
I
the
think
big
the one with the
fro.
white man Jew fro that I like.
Okay.
I did like him.
blonde.
I did like him.
See,
Yeah, because he came before the Doctor that was all like the preppy, like sweater wearing blonde guy that looks like he plays tennis.
no, he's
So
not the one in the white. Yeah, he's not the one in the white outfit. No. But
No, it's the
I
one
know
before.
the one you were talking about.
The fourth Doctor. The fourth Doctor.
No, I know. I'm saying, yeah.
So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
That's
8.
a weird one to start on.
Well, that just happened to be what I
12.5.
saw.
Yeah, 12 or 13, depending on who you ask.
Okay,
All right, what did I miss?
the ninth Doctor.
No, we were just because he said he started with the.
The fourth Doctor. Actually,
Fourth Doctor or the
no,
fifth?
I stand corrected. I actually started with the third Doctor, and it was like the last 2 or 3 episodes of the third Doctor before it went into the fourth one that I saw. And then I saw into the fifth Doctor, like halfway through that. And then I saw I think it was like a made-for-TV movie of like the ninth Doctor, where the guy looks like he's trying to be Highlander from the 90s or something.
Hey, leave Dexter alone.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one right before David Tennant.
Yeah,
that's Christopher Eccleston.
Okay, yeah. And I saw that, and I thought it was pure crap. And
Whoa.
Wait. Not the Doctor Who episodes. The remake thing you're talking about?
Christopher Eccleston, not the Christopher Eccleston, right? Because Christopher Eccleston was he was pretty good. He was damn good.
Eccleston was awesome. I love Destro as Doctor Who.
that was
I
the
think
one
that's
that
because he's more of an asshole of a doctor.
well,
Chris,
I don't know. It's
one
like
of his episodes.
the whole
One of
glossy
Christopher
leather.
Eccleston's episode is my most scary. It's the creepiest episode. Is that damn Are You My Mummy one in World War II? It's a 2-parter where you meet Captain Jack. That one's creepy as hell, and I love it.
No, Brian, you need to adjust your mic level to be up to 11.
Now, the 12th Doctor here, what's this guy's name? Peter.
He looks-
Peter Gabrielli?
Yeah,
He's a lot better than I thought.
He looks a little bit like Gordon Ramsay in this tiny picture I see of him.
Well, I just couldn't do Matt Smith. I've not watched any of him. I didn't buy it, man. He was too
How long?
wormy, man. So I was like,
So he only had like 3 years as the Doctor. He didn't have very long.
David Tennant? Yeah, I was like,
The new Doctor is actually the Who Doctor from what is it? World War Z.
oh, you know what? I still like the fact that David Tennant's Doctor was in Harry Potter.
Yes,
okay, how about this trivia?
he was in Harry Potter.
The actress, there was an actress that played the Doctor's daughter. He ended up marrying her, but she's also the actual daughter of the Doctor, and they had a daughter. That's crazy.
What?
That's 2 doctors and an assistant and a daughter. Boom.
That sounds like some
Mind
ancestral
blown.
traveling stuff to me. That
With
you
Doctor Who did that?
Doctor had sex with his own daughter, who happened to be his mother.
Asian, did you change your picture to Hulk holding boobs?
Oh, good. I'm glad you could see that because I was waiting when that show up. That's why I signed off. No, it's a pair of boobs, and it looks like she put the plastic Hulk figure in between, so it looks like he's like rah to her titties.
Which is really funny because I've seen that on one of the toy pages I'm on.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of wanted to, like I said, that's why I signed off, and that's why I was like, what did you see? Because I want everyone to see the Hulk with the boobs, and I guess they're still seeing Cat, but I want them to see the
You're
Hulk with
seeing
the
Cat,
boobs.
it's actually Cat and nothing. But funny thing is, I went on to
to the Google Plus page, and
Yeah, I hope
it's on there for some odd reason. I'm like, I see Hulk. He's holding up some titties.
Well, see, what my hope was when I signed off that I was going to sign back on and then now be my little picture, and you guys were like, what the fuck is that? Is that Hulk and titties? But that did not work, so I just had to keep going like it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm like, because I saw the picture beforehand. I already knew what it was.
I just wanted everybody out there to like that ever sees this to see up in the lower right-hand corner the Hulk holding the titties.
Yeah, it's because, Hulk motorboats, but he's doing it the wrong way. Anyway,
Before you came,
with the section, well, we got to stop talking about Hulk and some titties. What other shows did you guys want to see this fall season? Are you looking forward to?
Before you came back, what we were talking about, I don't know when Archer comes back. I think that's next year.
Yeah, Archer's one of those like a late spring show.
Because on TV Guide, it's to be announced as far as when it's coming back.
Yeah, no, but they got picked up for more, man.
They're picked up till like
Hey,
2017.
Asian, just to let you know, Melinda says you can see the Hulk and the boobs.
Yes, thank you, Melinda. Yes, that is exactly.
But she does say Hulk and a penis would be funnier.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Balls.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll get the
That's because
expendable.
Hulk is a giant penis. He's all veiny and weird looking.
Yeah, Nick is kind of right. Well, you know what? We'll just set up a Expendables type thing. Only be the Expendables, like they're trying to do with the movie. There's just be a bunch of chicks and just like fat Hulk and Thing Dong everywhere, and they can put up all the donger they want. They can have Magic Mike mixed with Hulk.
So,
No.
But wait, no question. Wait, did the chicks even find Hulk sexy? Ask her, like, what comic book character would she be like? Because no one's gonna go Spider-Man. He's dweeby. And Deadpool's got the humor women like. He's got humor.
You do know this is
just
Melinda's
starred.
is
Okay, well, back
Jesus'
to-
wife, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying,
She
dude. What do
is,
good girls go for? My wife's busy looking something up right now.
I'm just saying Archer returns for season 6 early 2015. That's it.
okay. So
Show.
actually, yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Comes out September 23rd, but what I'm seeing on TV Guide right now is that there's a Marvel's Agent Carter that's to be announced.
Yeah,
Agent Peggy Carter is going back to 19.
Hulu show or Netflix show or some shit. And it's Peggy
What?
Carter. I don't know why.
It's like Peggy Carter, first
Well-
agent. Yeah, and it goes back to like the old Peggy Carter when she worked for the old. Because you know, in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now, where they were taking it back with the old gadgets and da-da-da, that was kind of getting you used to and ready for that one where they're going to go back to old 50, 60 S.H.I.E.L.D., where they have
It's
the
gonna
old
go
gadgets, like the.
Gadgets and shit that they had because it was it was Homeboy's Howling Commando's uncle who was, I don't know.
The black dude.
The black dude.
I was saying, the black dude that wasn't that block.
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
Dorothy Mantooth?
That's what I thought he
What?
say. I'm like,
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
Yes. I don't
I
know.
thought I heard you say Mantooth. I was confused.
Now, I'm not really seeing a lot of shows that are like talk-worthy, basically, coming
Well,
out
Hey, you gotta,
that we haven't already talked about.
I'm actually looking forward to Haven. I do like that unique sci-fi field show, but
you like Ed.
it's not really a popular show. I started watching the show because Edge is on the show.
Actually-
Former WWE wrestler Edge is on the show.
What
I
I
know
said,
Dad likes the show because she loves Edge.
what I said about not having any shows talk-worthy, I actually take that back because I just scrolled across, and I'll let you guys take it because people will go, "Oh, I can't believe you're, doing a geeky podcast and you don't like this show." But the fucking Walking Dead.
I hate it. I hate it.
No,
No, I forget about The Walking Dead. I've watched Walking Dead since season 1.
Oh, yeah, I watched season 1 too. It sucked. Just as probably hard as the new
You
seasons
just don't
do.
like it because you say it's talky talk. You're like, I want to see
It's Arrow.
zombies.
It's Arrow in a
It's
zombie
not a
movie.
zombie
More
show.
feeling, less chilly.
Now,
It's
one
not
show
a zombie show, Asian. It's basically for Matt. Just think of it this way.
No, I know, and it still sucks no matter.
But with zombies.
No, I'm sorry. Do we remember HBO Spawn? That brought emotion into a show, and I still watched it every week because it was badass.
I
Actually, that show
hear
really
what you're saying.
ass. No kidding.
Brian?
No.
I hear what you're saying. That it's a drama that happens to be set in a post-apocalyptic zombie-infested world, but I still I don't like the show. It's boring as shit. To me, but it has its fans and it has a huge fan base. And they'll probably kill me. I'll probably get a death threat for saying that I think that show sucks. But
apparently it's not your guys' cup of tea. That's cool.
Hey, but you know what?
I love The Walking Dead. I think the show is really well written.
So I want to drop a beat.
The character interaction, the chemistry between all the characters is great.
Give us a synopsis of where they left off.
Cosplayers who actually do Walking Dead cosplay, so that's even cooler. But
then give us a synopsis.
It's like dress up like a Marty 5'2".
Where they're coming back with the show, like what's going on for the
with the
people
new season coming up is what we're gonna be seeing the cannibals in the if you follow the comic books right now when we're hitting into for this the 5th season for Walking Dead is the cannibals. This is where they run into it. Hold on, spoiler alert, guys! Spoiler alert. The first at the end of season 4, they go to a place called Terminus. And this is where they run into cannibals. This is a little niche group of people living together, and because food is the zombies, they're eating other people. You will like that. They're eating other people. It's cannibals right now.
So cannibal zombies.
No, not cannibal zombies. Cannibals. They're living. They're still alive, and they're eating humans.
Well, why don't they just eat the zombies?
That would just infect them even more and then might make them sick? I don't know.
Not if you cook the meat.
If you cook them, but the meat's already rotting.
Oddly, I'll just give feedback until. No, oddly, a new little piece of news was dropped today. Surprise, surprise, AMC, if you like the first batch of boredom, AMC is going to come out with a second batch of boredom in which it's going to be a sister show about what's happening on another part of the country with The Walking Dead. And I'm like, oh, so 2 shows are boring. Yay. But hey, if you like the show, there's going to be a sister show that picked up the pilot.
It's boring, I'm like, it took you for how? I'm like, you're just like
a lesson from George Romero.
Not into Arrow, man. I'm like, oh, I can't get past this emotional feel. That's because you have no feelings. You're dead inside.
But, hey, no,
you're a dead geek. You have no.
I bring the Spawn. That had many emotions, and I loved it because while they were talking emotions, he killed stuff very violently.
That was a cartoon.
Walking Dead would still be a boring cartoon. You animated it'd still be boring.
Now, a zombie show that is coming out that looks like it will be more action-based. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I think it's coming on Sci-Fi. It's Z Nation.
Yeah,
dude,
that looks.
If it's on Sci-Fi, it's going to be really crappy. Because no offense, exactly the folks at Sci-Fi, they produce really shitty shows.
No, this
Zombie Baby.
This is exactly why I want to see it, because it looks like a B-rated zombie killy flick as opposed to Talkie. There's a zombie baby in the commercial that looks nuts. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be actual like a zombie kill fest, which that's what I want. That's what I want.
Can you guys see that?
Looks like Matt was just lip syncing.
Can you guys see this?
Oh, maybe why?
No, can you see the video?
No, I can't see the YouTube.
Playing,
I was kind of hoping. No, I wish.
Okay, yeah, because I pulled up.
Z Nation looks.
I was actually typing somebody right now.
Yeah, because I pulled up.
I don't see anything that you're sharing.
Hold on, let me try to screen share the.
Okay, Matt's going to be trying to screen share right now this zombie show he's talking about.
Thanks for that.
But
we would not have known what's happening without it.
Let's try that.
Oh. And Melinda does agree. Sci-Fi sucks. I mean, they have some great shows.
No, are you saying
but
that
a lot of times they cancel those great shows? Sci-fi. Sorry, Siffy. I just can't get on with you guys because you guys are becoming less and less. Hey, Matt, talk really quick.
Okay, yeah. So,
Oh, that-
are you guys seeing the trailer for the Zombie Baby?
That's a zombie baby. That's the important
I
part
do see
right there.
the
Zombie baby.
It didn't quite look like a baby, but I did see the
looks like a
zombie, and
baby,
it looked
but that
quite
looks sick.
interesting.
I think it's gonna have more killing.
It
That's what I
actually
like.
looks like it's going to be one of those shows that it's going to be an Agents
That's
of
the point.
S.H.I.E.L.D. It's going to be one of those shows where everyone talks shit
But
about
you
it, and then it gets
no.
fucking awesome.
That's nasty.
It is nasty. What
So
the
I
hell?
think
It's
a lot of
nasty.
shows.
Well, it said they're coming with two boys.
It looks like a
that's
hip-hop video right here. It's sci-fi is going over to the World Star hip hop side.
I know it looks
Look, it's-
it looks really poorly fucking production value, but
exactly B flick. What a zombie movie's supposed to be. A B flick.
I would settle for shitty quality and lots of killing
yep.
over the best quality in the world and no killing.
No, exactly. A great example, it'd be like my comparison today. I watched 15 minutes of that Seth MacFarlane high-budget Hollywood movie. Wasn't funny. I watched
Yeah,
the
it
whole
does
thing
kinda
of that
look
rated Knights of Badassdom, and that was funny as shit.
This looks really bad. I don't know if this is a real trailer or not. I'm assuming this isn't
I don't think that's a real trailer. I don't think that's a real trailer at all, because that's not what we see on
Yeah.
That's not even what we see at the goddamn fucking sci-fi. Unless maybe they put sci-fi
So,
there, but that
okay.
don't like,
I don't think that's the real trailer for
the
it. That
first one
looks
with
like
the demon baby.
something somebody
The first one with the demon
I
baby.
don't know what the hell
uploaded
that
and
is,
put
but-
the...
that's looking really shitty. But Nika, you know,
Alright.
sometimes
This
you
guy.
do have to have some good quality shows to watch, because you know, I'm like, it could be low budget and be really well, but if it's not really pretty to look at, you're not gonna watch it.
You know, the horror ones. The
So,
horror ones
we
are
don't
supposed
need
to
to
be
see
gritty,
this
dark,
guy here.
and
Let me
ugly.
take screen.
That's how I see it.
You know,
I watch
Okay.
high quality British shows and all sorts of other shit. So
so, you know, high quality is always like, but you also like low quality is great on like B, like
So,
if you know
are you
if it's
saying
a
the George
B,
Romero
B
movie sucked?
and that's going to be great because that's what you're already expecting. But if you're
Especially
going to be like a
Chromosome.
show that's going to want to like pop and like make you get viewers and stuff, you're going to have a little bit more quality than some shit that we just saw.
So
And that's
if
why
you're
most
talking about
people-
high-quality British shows, then I'm sure you're looking forward to Downton Abbey, Nika.
oh, I actually don't watch Downton Abbey.
Nope.
I've never watched Downtown Abbey, but apparently everybody loves that show for some odd reason.
Sherlock. It's all about Sherlock. Benedict Cumberbatch, Oxford
You
University.
just love Khan, dude. You would suck Khan's dick right now. All right, that's how much you love fucking Benedict.
Dude, that motherfucker's gonna voice Shere Khan in a live-action Jungle Book movie, and yeah, that's gonna be
That's
badass.
because he's Khan.
Shere Khan.
No, he's Khan.
So
No,
are there
he's-
any other, are there any
Like I
other
said,
shows that you guys are looking forward to this? Or since the
I'm
summer
looking
season
forward
is
to
wrapping up,
Supernaturals because I have watched
guys
Supernatural from the
just
beginning.
finished watching.
I don't know if you heard me, Matt. I am
Say that
looking
again?
forward to. I don't know if you heard, but I'm looking forward to Supernaturals. I've been watching that show since season 1, and they're going on to season 10 right now. I don't know. It's what that show is actually called, Supernaturals. They deal with the supernatural environment, such as werewolves, vampires, demons. Hell, even
Wasn't it
angels
a
are on the
CW
show.
show as well?
It was a CW show, wasn't it?
It is a CW show that I still keep saying that it does not belong on that show. It does not belong on the CW. It's one of those shows. Damn it, Clarence! Stop watching the movie and watch our podcast, or
I'm,
watch it later. I don't care.
I've seen Supernatural a couple episodes, and I just read today that I guess one of them's a demon now or something. So I was like, that sounds alright. But
What
I
happened?
don't know. Go back
What
to the
happened
beginning and watch.
on the season finale of? Well, actually, what happened during the last season? Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched Supernaturals, as one of the Winchester brothers, Dean, that's played by Jensen Ackles, he was got the power of Cain, as in like Abel and Cain. You know, the Cain who killed Abel, his brother.
I don't think he's got the power to kill his brother.
No, but he
Killed by his brother.
he got the mark of Cain. branded upon
So
him.
he killed
So
his brother.
yes, he killed his brother. No, but I'm talking about he got the
Does
power.
it make the guy kill his brother?
Honey,
He doesn't kill his brother.
Mine.
Shut up, Asian. Doesn't kill his brother. But during the season, he's been afflicted with the mark of Cain throughout the entire season. He's had issues, especially once he's got a hold of what they call the first blade, which was the knife that Cain had and that he used to kill Abel, which was...
Did you
It's a
say
damn
he gives a
knife.
shit?
Shut up. It's a knife. It kills people, which is actually like a jawbone of some beast.
Jawa?
But yes,
So while you're
jawbone.
talking, I have the Nation trailer going. I don't know if you guys can see that.
What's that? I'm about to say, what's that? Is that Z Nation? Keep talking, Matt. You need to keep talking for it to be big.
Brian, right into the microphone, kid.
Yeah, that's Z Nation.
Like this. Talk into the microphone, you dick. But
Really, that's actually a little bit better than it was a minute ago.
That's Z Nation, but as you can see,
talk like this right now. Really, really, in front of my mouth.
so as you can see, I can't get the streaming HD Amazon while doing a podcast. But you know, look it up. It's on Amazon. The trailers. There's.
Oh, dude, I'm sure if you go to YouTube and just put Z Nation.
Or if you go to our Geeky page, instead of going to all the other places, we'll have that all up there for you.
Sure, we will.
No, because some of us are just very behind the times, and like sometimes we go 3 days without posting
Shut up,
shit, and suddenly it's like,
Geeky
hey.
page.
No, come to the viewer page anyway. Hey, did you guys see that Cookie Monster vs. Power Ranger thing I put up today? That was pretty sick.
Did.
That was
But
pretty
you
fucking
guys
funny.
keep interrupting me when I talk about supernaturals.
This is Cookie Monster vs. Power Rangers. It was awesome.
Yes, it was Power Rangers that got beat up by Cookie Monster. That was hilarious. Very,
After
very
late.
hilarious.
Right?
That's crazy.
It did make me laugh. I was giggling the entire time because Cookie Monster is, quite frankly, my favorite
Oh, yeah,
Sesame
you
Street
know-
character.
And we would have a lot more stuff up if Brian would hurry up and just make Nika a fucking admin so she can stop writing on the right side and put it under its geek.
Why doesn't she just use your account?
I tried to actually go and make her an admin, and I don't have those powers.
All right,
Because
I guess
you wanted to
you
be
know
on
what?
LinkedIn, but-
You know what? As of today, I'm gonna go on to the Geeky page, and we are gonna have a new admin on our page. So welcome Nika Chu to the
the
admin
first
group
female.
of the Geeks.
Female voice.
Thank you. And I like to search all over the internet, so hopefully some good stuff.
Cool.
I think it's
I
like, he
do-
posts way more than we
because
could
I'm
even
the
do.
only-
Like,
I'm the only one out of these three geeks, my Asian, the pig, and myself, who have a job. So I'm usually at work.
Hey, I had a job until they said you have to work 12-hour shifts with no
And you
breaks,
can't have a break with liquids and shit.
and you're not allowed to have a food item. You're not allowed to have drinks. If you have a drink, I'm going to fire you. So go work a 12-hour shift with no breaks. And according to Maryland state labor law, that's perfectly legal in the food service industry. So I said, hey,
They can fuck themselves there.
yeah.
I
I
got
said,
laid off recently. I
You
got
can
fired.
fuck yourself. You know what? I start work in like 5 minutes, so fuck you. I quit. Here's my shit. Replace me now, bitch.
yeah, and the
Hey,
great part was I was the only trainer for the position that I held, and the
Because
only
you're a
other
captain or some shit, right? At B-Dubs.
and the only other two people.
Geeks out there, do not go to the B-Dubs in Maryland. What is the location, Matt? Because they have like infested mold, black mold and shit.
Yeah, there's black mold in the soda machines. There's flies that laid eggs in the soda machines.
What is that location again in Maryland?
Lexington Park. Do not eat there.
That
do
is
not go to
fucking
the
gross.
Lexington Park.
Actually,
Buffalo Wild Wings in Maryland.
I would say just don't eat
You will
B-dubs,
get
period.
fucking- You will
well, you know
die.
what? I was wondering, because when you said they forced you to have a lunch there, I was like, minus the not have, because like, what if I don't drink soda and I want water? I want to bring my own water, but I could eat wings every shift.
No.
or
Well,
lunch.
anyways,
But you know what? If they got black mold there, do you really want to eat the
Yeah.
wings there?
if you know,
No, see, I didn't see that part. I just heard him say that the lunch every day, and I'm like, yeah, I could eat the wings. Now, like I said, I'd have to have my water. I couldn't be like, no, give me that soda.
But that was part of the thing is you don't get a break and you're not allowed to eat when you're not on a break. So why am I going
So
to
you
work?
don't-
Yeah, so basically you have to work 12 hours with no food, no water, nothing to eat or drink except for Mountain Dew.
See, I just think
Dude,
we're
you know
small.
what? That boss would have fucking hated me because I would have said fuck you and I would have done whatever I wanted anyway. Because I'm a dick when it comes to that shit.
Well,
And if I
and
want
that's
to
why-
fucking take a break, I'm gonna take a break.
And that's why I
Most
quit,
of the time
because
it is, I don't want to take a break and I just keep working. But if I'm hungry, I'm gonna fucking go and like take off and eat something. And that
Well, and
boss
that's
can fucking suck a dick.
that's why I quit though, because I said, hey, so if I don't pour my Red Bull that I have already, I paid $5 for this big ass Red Bull.
Wasn't it Powerade?
I don't throw out my I had a Powerade too, and I don't throw out my food that I brought, my snacks, because I'm working a 12-hour shift on a UFC fight night, no less, pay-per-view event. And I'm gonna get fired for having this. Then tell you what, go fuck yourself. I'm not going to play games. Oh, why don't you give me a 2-week notice? No, because you're going to fire me because I'm not going to throw this out. So let's just quit playing fucking games and cut to the fucking chase. I'm done. But basically, let's get back to TV.
Well, I was gonna say,
Because we're not
what do you think about the Netflix
Buffalo
series?
Wild Wings and fucking Lexington area mall or whatnot in fucking Maryland. So fuck you. Fuck your horse you rode on in. Fuck you, Buffalo Wild Wings, and fuck all the management there.
I just feel bad for the employees that are still stuck there with the manager that sexually harasses the women and apparently it's okay. But
No, that's federal, man. That's
Shit, I
federal.
was
They can't do that.
a long, long time ago.
But that's not. We can. Anyone that's interested in that can always hit me up, and I'll tell them the whole. I'll just link them to the post I put up about all the problems there on my page. But back to TV.
Asian, you're gonna get a laugh at this. Asian and Jesus are laughing their asses because they think you're funny. I think it's because you're high.
Jesus and his what?
Well, where are you seeing the?
They're
don't
actually
forget-
they're actually messaging me on Facebook.
Okay, so because I was gonna, we do have a group chat on
We
our.
do have. I've already told them we have a Q&A, but Anthony
know
is
how it
watching
works.
this actually on the big screen, which is really funny because Melinda said she was going to bed, but she's still watching us because Asian's
we've got
funny.
like 3 or 4 fans.
Because all she can see now is just Hulk and boobs. She just see Hulk's holding the boobs up for some odd reason.
So, this
It's
is
funny,
actually,
right? I
this
had
is
this one of
actually-
Hulk on the crapper taking a shit, making like these veiny Hulk arms going, "Rrr," and like the toilet is just totally decimated. And
Yeah,
that'd be a
I've
good one,
actually
too.
seen that picture, which is really, really funny as well.
This
Well, because once again, like Nika pointed out, he looks like a big veiny dick. I mean, he's got the
Yeah.
veins going all up the neck. And
Veins, a poppin', gross.
I think we need to take a moment because this is our second episode of our second season of It's Geeky in a sense because we had a summer hiatus, and since we're talking about new shows, this being our new show, we now apparently have 4 viewers up from our 1 from last season.
Moving on up, man. Moving on up.
A 17-show season, apparently.
does that mean we got to bring in
Say
a
what?
and guest star?
We do a 17-show a season, apparently, because we
Hey.
did take the summer off.
Hey, so
We
do we actually
kinda
do
have
a villain? What's the plot line? Hey, Brian, I'm gonna kill your brother, and then
You're
you
gonna-
see.
Whoa! You're what? That's a plot line. You're gonna kill my brother? Can we kill your sister?
You always gotta kill somebody,
Yes.
brother. Well, I guess you kill Matt. Matt, you got 2, so if we kill 1, you got an
You
extra.
think,
So.
yes, Matt. You have
Fair.
one. You have.
You can even pick the one we kill, Matt. Don't
still have
worry.
another.
So, Brian, do me a favor and hit the applause sound because it's not working from here. We have to.
I
we're
can't.
giving
I'll
ourselves
say.
a round of applause for. It looks like there's.
Hold on. The geeks are back. We are back. We're here to stay. Just because we were gone for like 3.5 months and stuff, we're coming back. Because you know what? During the summer, we did have to take care of our geeky things. I know myself, Asian, we were both at Comic-Con. We're doing our thing. Mac was doing his thing over at Buffalo Wild Wings. Said he fucking ate it because they have black
Brian's
mold
turned
and
into a
flies
wrestling
laying
promoter.
eggs in the fucking drink fountain. But
Like,
we're back.
what are you doing this Saturday? Well, let me tell you. This Saturday, I'll be going to the grocery store, and I will be buying lots of goods. This Saturday.
Yes. You know what, though? It just kind of reminded me as like of those videos I've been seeing. if you did like what if you average people did what wrestlers did in real life.
That's
you know,
exactly
come
from
out with
that.
a
That's
theme song
exactly
and
from
shit.
that. That's why like self-promotion. That's where the guy's like, hey, what are you doing this Saturday? And he just suddenly pulls out a mic and he's like, well, let me tell you what I'll be doing this Saturday.
What I'll tell you what I'm doing. What I'm doing is going to be having another podcast next week at some point. I don't know
the
when.
nose to be.
I haven't seen my schedule yet, but we will. Rock, the Danger Pig, and the Asian will be here having a podcast.
Hey, no, Brian. No, Brian, you got to, dude, tonight, it was funny. Triple H actually said something that was actually, I laughed at. They were doing the setup where, like, you know, two guys start talking, then all these people come out, and Bray and the family, and the next thing you have 10 men out. And Hunter comes out, and he's like, well, I got to do this business thing from time to time. So he's like, so tonight, you know the routine. It's going to be a match with everyone you see here. And I'm like, good.
Okay, I gotta go see that. That's what the SmackDown episode or some shit today.
Oh yeah. Oh dude. And on main event, Rosie.
I took a nap. Dude, I had a fantasy draft early this morning. I fucking woke up like after a couple hours and I went back to sleep after that. Sorry. Matt's like going, what the hell's going on? I don't know what's going on. He just keeps he's doing his like promo right now, and he's going insane.
Wait. All right.
Hogan! I'm sorry. My Ultimate Warrior just came out right now.
Now, I want to talk
No,
about...
Brian, you forgot the important thing about Hulk Hogan. Hogan. As you assume the cockpit and take the controls.
You have to do that snarl too. You have to go that deep snarl. Whoa! We'll have it season premiere.
So,
You know what?
On
Go ahead.
well,
Sorry, Matt. We're fucking around right now.
since we're talking about, you know, like I said, the upcoming fall season, let's real quick talk about some of the shows that are actually wrapped up for the season. There was actually this summer, while we were on hiatus, there was a lot of good stuff coming on. If you watch Cartoon Network, Rick and Morty is fucking awesome. That's just a
Adult
great...
Swim. Jesus!
Hey guys, give me a second really quick because I have broken the seal. I'm gonna step out for a second really quick. Keep talking.
All right. So, Rick and Morty was a great show. If you haven't seen that, it's a cartoon. It's the insane kind of it's loosely, the characters are kind of loosely based off of Doc and Marty McFly. That kind of relationship, but it's more of a satirical approach to it. But the grandfather is a mad scientist, and then he takes his grandson Morty on all these adventures through alternate dimensions. They destroy multiple planets. It's a great show. Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. If you love that show, you know what that means. Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. Then, of course, Space Dandy looks like it's about to be finished up.
Space Dandy is big. I just haven't got a chance to see it.
That's a really great show. None of the episodes ever tie together, so what happens in one episode has no bearing on what's happening in another episode, which is why I love it, because
I like that because I can just jump in whenever.
you can watch it in any order, and it's not going to matter. You know, it is better to watch the progression the way they have it set, but it's like Cowboy Bebop and some of the other shows that the same people have made, where they do, like, I think 23 to 26 episodes, and they leave it at that. Like, basically, it's a one-season show. The guy who does the voiceover for Space Dandy, for actually Dandy, apparently the other day on Twitter, he posted, you know, just finished recording the audio for the last of the Space Dandy episodes.
Don't lie. What? Space Dandy? What are you talking about?
Space Dandy is wrapping up. I was talking about how the guy that does the voice of Dandy posted the other day on Twitter that he just finished recording the last of the voiceovers for Space Dandy. So I don't know if that means there's more episodes coming, because if he just finished recording them, that would kind of mean that, you know, they're still working on them, because usually they record the audio first and then animate around the audio. So that may be wrapping up. That may have another last season coming. I'm not sure.
Well, like I said,
And-
it's on Netflix, and it's no one of those I've been eyeing. I'm like, oh, Matt's been mentioning that. Looks,
Yeah.
in the commercial. Well, I can't catch up Saturday nights.
Attack on Titan is wrapping up soon for the first season. That's a really good, another good anime that started. It's basically these giants have destroyed almost all of humanity, and they live inside these walls within walled cities, and like the outer walls, the giants have broken through those and just start randomly eating people and killing them. The show's actually
What?
really
Did you say
progressed.
they're like attacking them and eating them?
Yeah, Attack on Titan. It's the giants basically.
Like out?
Huh?
No, I'm not talking to you. Sorry.
Yeah, giants basically come out of nowhere and they destroy humanity, and then people have to live within these like walled cities. And the giants, like there was for like 100 years, the walls kept the giants away, and then there was a colossal, I think like 100-meter titan that kicked a hole in the wall and let all the smaller titans in, and the titans just started eating everybody alive. It's a really good show. Like the first part of the season, I'd say it's kind of slow to progress. You're kind of waiting for it to get to the action, and then right now I'd say halfway through the first season, and like the action's really picked up. The story's really interesting. Like if you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna give the spoilers out because there's one episode that just made me go, "What the fuck?" And I think.
What the fuck is this Grant? Or when Ward fucking was with Hydra? Because that was pretty what the fuck.
Yeah, well, it was one of those what the fuck moments.
I was like, what the fuck?
No,
These giants are fucking eating people because of the big giant titan. Pretty much the giant titan is like going, I'm gonna kick this wall down because these giants are hungry.
Well, the giants don't. It turns out, and this is kind of a spoiler alert. The giants don't actually need to eat people for sustenance. Because they actually are, in a sense, like photosynthetic. So they actually gain their nourishment from sunlight. So
Pretty much dicks. They're like, we're going to just eat you because.
basically, yeah, because we're just these mysterious giants that came out of nowhere, and we're gonna fucking eat you. Let me see.
That's some dick ass giant move right there.
Look navy blue, but look like.
If you haven't seen Attack on Titan, it's really fucking good. You need to watch it. If you're into anime, it's gonna wrap up soon.
Or like be ripped.
I'm trying to find a trailer of it right now. And of course, like I said, Space Dandy is another anime you guys need to watch.
I try to watch Space Dandy.
Why you're
so far, I've seen a couple episodes. It's not my cup of tea. Just like how
why you're looking it up. I do want to bring up a new show that's been like 4 episodes deep, great adult swim. Oh, after this.
Hold on to you guys.
No, go ahead and talk.
This part of the show now is brought to you by Carl Strauss Amber. Not really. Just this is what I grabbed in the fridge.
So there's a
While you're talking about animes, they just redid Sailor Moon. I haven't seen a lot of it yet. I just saw like her transformation redone, and they're going to be putting that out soon too, if it's not already out.
That is
and Dragon Ball Z, War of the Gods, or whatever, Battle of the Gods will be in theaters, select theaters here soon in the U.S. I guess. It's been out in Japan for a while, but I guess they're actually going to show it in U.S. Cities and select theaters for fucking the first Dragon Ball in like so many years, dude.
It's Dragon Ball.
Oh, sorry.
Thing. It doesn't matter. It's going to be like that fucking that link you shared with Dragon Ball with Goku fighting Superman. It's the same thing, and there's no way that fucking Goku could beat Superman. Sorry.
You know what? I'm sorry. Dragon Ball.
Fans, there's no way in hell
that looks
Goku could beat Superman because Superman is, let's just say, Superman. He gets his power from the sun.
Start that from the beginning.
Say what?
I want to see that. Start it from the beginning, but you have to keep making sound, or else it won't come up.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
That
Agent,
looks sick.
myself, Nika will shut up, and then Matt, play it from the beginning and talk, and we won't say anything.
okay, well, it's a 2-minute clip, so basically I'll explain what's going on since it's not playing audio. There's the 100-meter Titan right there, coming over the side of the wall. The Titans come in all size from like 7 meter, 100 meters. They have no gender, like there's no sexual reproduction organs, so they don't know how they reproduce. Like I said, they actually, turns out, their energy comes from sunlight. So if the Titans are kept in the dark, like overnight, they start to slow down. And during the daytime, that's when they're kind of photosynthesizing and they gain all their energy. As you see here, it's like, huh?
That looks sick.
Okay, so you see like the walled city there, like they're all living within the walls because the Titans basically destroyed 2/3 of humanity, and then this giant-ass Titan right here called the Colossal One just kicks a hole in the wall, and all the Titans start flooding into the cities. The guys you see wearing like the green, those are called scouts. They leave the city, like the walls, and they're basically trying to reclaim the land that was taken by the Titans. And they're basically the forward army that fights them head on. The only way to destroy them is to cut them on the back of the neck, because they actually regenerate too. So if you cut off their hand will regenerate in a minute or two. So you actually have to like cut them on the back of the neck or chop their head off completely to. So it's a good show, anime-wise. I'm not a huge anime fan, but as far as animes go, that's a great anime.
Have you seen your cat? Now?
Interesting right there, Matt. But why isn't there apparently they get their energy through photosynthesis? Why isn't there fucking giant hunters hunting them at nighttime?
Well, there's the scouts, but when you're faced with like a 50-meter tall enemy, even when they're slowed down, it's really hard to go on the offensive when there's like 5 or 6 of them coming at you all at once, and all you have
That's
is
some pussy shit right there, man. I can take them. They're slow. They're giant. They're fast and small. They can get them really quick.
But,
I don't know,
But they gotta hit them on the back of the neck. They have to climb up them or something.
Well, that's what they have.
That makes sense. I picture them severing their spinal cord.
Yeah.
And I'm like, back in the neck, sever their spinal cord or head, you said, right?
And they
Like
have
a zombie.
They have these like little harness things that they wear on the side of their legs, and they shoot like hooks into the walls, into trees and stuff like that, so they can basically like swing around like Batman grappling hook style with the sword and just.
Necks, kind of.
Nice.
On the walls, like what they'll do in some episodes is they'll lure like the Titans to certain parts of the walls, and they have cannons, and they'll just like shoot them in the head with the cannon, and.
Wow.
It's an interesting show. Like I said, it starts off a little bit slow. And there's a couple of, like, before it even gets mid-season, there's a lot of, like, what the fuck moments where certain people die and you're like, holy shit, that guy's dead. And then, things happen that explain, like, the weirdness that happens. But then even right now, the season's almost over. They still don't know, like, where the Titans came from. They don't know why they're eating humans. Like, they seem to, like, sniff them out because they'll walk through a forest full of animals and they'll ignore every animal, but it's only humans that they eat. So that's a show you guys definitely got to check out.
No, I definitely want to mention fucking Adult Swim while we're on the cartoony, and it's not a cartoon, but good old live action motherfucking Black Jesus. One of the funniest.
You know what? I watched the first episode of Black Jesus, and you know what? I really couldn't get into it. Maybe because I am not a stoner, and they do make a lot of weed references and the ghetto fucking term. I'm like, but it kind of reminds me really close to Friday, and I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of fucking hate mail for this or hate tweets or whatever. On Facebook, Twitter, and shit. I did not like Black Jesus. I didn't like Friday. Those weren't my cup of teas of fucking entertainment.
nicely, but he's not black enough.
It is a stoner show. It's written by the guy that did Boondocks, which actually that came back for fourth season out of nowhere.
I came back for the fourth season, but the fact that you got Jesus making what is it? It was like a wine brandy mix, like a Hennessy mix with wine out of nothing. And then when that guy when Charlie Murphy, he's like, have you seen my Joseph Canali slippers? He's like, oh, you know those are the ones that make you like look all sharp and fine. He's like, yeah, have you seen them? He's like, nah, but you know pops don't want you to have them. Vanity's a sin, you know. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's just there's a lot of fucking sharp moments. Like fucking the other night, fucking what was it like where he's like. They ran him over, and he's like, he's not supposed to die. He's supposed to die on the cross, not on an Escalade. I'm like, you know what? Like I said, there's a lot of moments. Charlie Murphy, John Witherspoon, fucking, they're opening up a weed garden. That was last night or this week's fucking. They're one plot of land. They grew tomatoes, but they were like medicated like weed with THC. So they made these salads, and then everyone was coming to them for like weed salads. Everyone's outside. They're like, salad, salad, salad.
Again, I'm like, it is a show that is, I think, targeted for weed smoking communities out there. But I've never smoked, nor will I ever smoke weed, and a lot of it just.
Funny, man.
I didn't find it funny. There was a couple scenes I thought were kind of like I chuckled at a little bit, but overall, it wasn't a show for me.
Now, while we're on Cartoon Network, let me real quick. I'm going to play this trailer of Space Dandy. So I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share, and I guess I have to talk while I do this because
I want you to commentate while you're doing it, and Asian, Nika, and myself will shut up.
Because apparently Google Plus has something where
no one gives a damn what you want.
So anyway,
he doesn't give a damn what we want. He's going to talk, he's going to commentate, and he's going to screen share some shit. So we're going to shut up.
Can you guys see it right now?
Actually, Matt, nothing's coming up on your screen.
Okay. Let me.
You go.
It may be because. Oh, here we go. I got to capture the right one. So this should be it right here. I don't know why it doesn't do audio, but basically Space Dandy's kind of like some research.
Rock my Space Dandy. Whoa, no, don't rock
the space. He's an alien hunter. Basically, he finds like rare aliens, and he gets bounties for going to like a registration center to turn in the rare bounty aliens. Like I said, it's made by the same people that did Cowboy Bebop. He's got a little robot vacuum cleaner that hangs out with him.
I like that flock of fucking seagulls hairdo.
Yeah, he's kind of like a little bit of a greaser.
Dean Ambrose look.
I don't know how to describe it, like a
Matt
Hawaiian
won't know who
him.
Dean Ambrose is, but it kind of makes me. It reminds me of a greaser guy from Cowboy Bebop. What's his name? Spike. Yeah. If Spike was a greaser, that's who it would be.
Yeah, it is by the same guy that did Cowboy Bebop. I got right. So there's
so basically, if you take Spike, you make him a greaser. That's your lead character for Space Dandy.
Sort of, yeah. Make him a greaser. Make him say baby a lot, and he loves boobs that jiggle and asses.
I think everybody loves boobs, especially Hulk.
It's a very funny and unique show. The way it's done, like I was telling Asian earlier, I think you stepped out for a minute, but every episode
stepped out to go pee.
Yeah, every episode is basically like unto itself a story that doesn't tie into any of the other episodes necessarily. The whole season, he's chased by this guy named Dr. Gel, which is like a monkey kind of guy who, in like a pimp outfit, and he has a spaceship that's the Statue of Liberty's head with a ball gag in it.
As you describe it right now, I think I'm going to have to watch Space Dandy from the first episode. And I think that might change my view of the show, because I've only seen a couple of episodes. Like, I saw the episode where the vacuum cleaner was having a fucking crush on the coffee maker.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is this shit? I'm like, what is that? I'm like, the fucking vacuum cleaner's like trying to get his fucking his suction fucking done by a fucking coffee maker.
And the coffee maker's in love with
They
a.
do
it too, the bowl flavor.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's just so weird and random, like what happens, and like the whole thing is Dr. Gel's always trying to capture Space Dandy, but Dandy has no idea that he's after him, and somehow he like inadvertently ends up like every episode either killing themselves or blowing up Dr. Gel.
Because of like Speed Lab 2021.
Yeah, exactly. Like every episode, like there's an episode where like everyone turned, like the entire galaxy turns into zombies, and Danny and the crew, like they get a bright idea after they get turned into a zombie, is we don't have to work anymore because now since we're technically dead, we can collect our life insurance policies. So a big scam in the universe when people turn into zombies is they collect their life insurance policy. So then the life insurance companies start hiring hitmen to kill the zombies so they can't collect their life insurance policy after they die. And then basically the whole universe becomes infested with zombies. Even toasters and coffee makers are zombies. and the secret to living a long, healthy zombie life turns out to be, I think it's yogurt and plenty of sunlight.
Because it's got the fiber, like
because you know what, that's what you need is yogurt and sunlight.
It's a
hey, you
great
gotta poop, man. Make your
brains.
probiotics. That nigga said.
I don't know if there's any other Cartoon Network shows that ended during this that was running down, but there is a show that I did watch during the summer, along with Falling Sky. There's actually a couple shows I watched during the summer along with Falling Skies. One of them was True Blood, which I'm actually happy is over because it went downhill after like season 2.
And yet you kept watching.
I kept watching. I don't know why. I just kept on like punishing myself to watch.
Nika hasn't seen it, and I stopped watching it after what, season 4, after the Chris Maloney. I'm like, okay, saw my Chris Maloney, end of story. It was
Chris Maloney was
nowhere like the book.
Like,
I wanted my Were Tiger. I didn't get my Were Tiger. I didn't get my Vampire Summit. I didn't get my dude. There's a lot of shit that they covered in the books that they just did not cover in the series. And they tackled the fairy angle. I mean, when I read the fairy angle, it didn't seem as lame as when I watched the fairy angle. I'm like, wow, when you watch that visually, it actually is very fucking stupid.
You know, and the ending of the show was, I didn't think it was gratifying. It just ended.
You and every other person with every other ending of every other show. I guarantee most people that series sucked.
Yeah, but a lot of shows, they end the show and it's like, really? That's what you did? That kind of sucked. Whatever. But
they took cue from Sopranos.
Screw fucking True Blood. I watched it. Thank you, Vince, for making me watch True Blood from the beginning.
Well, like I said, True Blood followed pretty closely for the first few seasons. And then I thought they got rid of Tara because I hated her character, and then suddenly she was back, and she was a vampire. I'm like, this is stupid. This is
Tara was really annoying, and confirming with you, I'm like, she wasn't even a main character in the books.
But the only thing, they did take liberties that I did like in the books.
Lafayette.
Lafayette was killed, like, book 1.
Yeah.
And
because he was
I kind of like the whole
if
Lafayette
you haven't
when
seen
he was
the show, spoiler alert, there's supposed to be like a dead chick in
Hey, you know what's cool?
Season 1.
Dude, you know what Nika pointed out? Jose, his gay lover, was Brother Blood.
Yes, I already knew that.
Well, I don't know what his name was. I just see
shows.
Well, let's while we're talking about TV shows, one thing I noticed that started happening at the end of the summer, maybe through like the middle of summer, especially FX has been doing this a lot. BBC did it. A lot of TV, a lot of channels are now doing marathons. We just got finished with the Simpsons marathon, the Every Simpsons Ever, which was amazing. To
12 days. I don't get the channel, but my congrats to everyone that sat through it. Matt, you partook in a lot of it. I understand you.
I participated in a lot. What are you
the
saying?
reason why these shows are doing marathons because a lot of times they don't have any shows that are happening at the time, and if they're going to be doing a marathon of certain long length shows such as The Simpsons, Law and Order, I can't think of, or they have
Well, like
a long list of episodes they can run for hell days on end and make
Now,
it through.
Matt, my question.
There are not that many summer shows or that are written television shows that can make it throughout the summer. Like HBO
My
had
question-
True Blood, the fucking
True Blood.
Leftovers, their new show that's kind of weird. I don't watch it.
Matt, my question for you is how many episodes during that marathon did you catch where you were just like, hey, I ain't seen that one before?
A lot of them, because there was like maybe a 10-year period that I just didn't watch The Simpsons because it.
No, I feel you. I didn't either.
And then while it was playing, it was, hey, I've never like the Lego episode one. I've never seen that one.
Once again, that was the first one I'd seen
never
you
seen
in
it.
a long time, and I liked that one,
The
dude.
episode sucked ass.
I know. I like the whole fact when he took himself out of there and he's like, wait, I want to be back in Legoland. Da, 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 da. It was kind of like watching the Lego movie. I was like, oh my god, you made Springfield and Legos. That's awesome.
Like Brian said, a lot of times, it's because it's the summer. There's nothing going on, so it's hey, let's put a marathon of this on. But earlier this year, there was also, or maybe it was this time last year, I can't remember, there was the Doctor Who marathon. It was every Doctor Who ever on BBC, including all the Doctor Who movies that led up to the new Doctor Who.
It was actually the end of the Doctor, because the last episode was The Man Who Saved Christmas is when Matt Smith, it was his episode, after his episode, that was his last episode.
The last episode was season, the new one with the new Doctor, and it involved Daleks. I downloaded the last 2 episodes. They just. Oh, 'cause I thought you meant the last episode. I'm like, well, the last episode was like 2 days ago.
That marathon led up to the Day of the Doctor, like the BBC movie that they had.
Yeah, with David Tennant, right?
Yeah.
And then crossed over with Smith. Okay.
And the Simpsons
They had all the 12 Doctors, basically, only 3 of them. But you saw
Some
like
of them are dead.
cameos
I
of
don't
like
think
all the
physically
old.
had them. Maybe they green screened them, but Doctors 1 through how many are dead?
Well, and
10. There was 10. Because
So-
10 is 10. Matt Smith's 11.
Yeah, Matt Smith is 11. Well, technically,
Technically, Matt Smith is 12. Because 10 and 11.
yeah, I'm about to say
Well,
10 was
technically,
10.
John Hurt is in there somewhere too, in the Doctor.
John Hurt is actually Dr. Zero.
Okay.
Exactly. See, I think there's like 12.5 doctors or some shit. Or
Well, then Peter-
13.
There's a
Caprioli
weird number of
was in-
doctors. They should already be gone, but whatever.
Well, I like that.
but-
And, the casting for Doctor Who, they always include people they had. Like Martha was, in another episode before they chose her as a companion. Just like Caprioli was in the Vesuvius episode with Pompey before they chose him as the Doctor.
And you know what? The
So-
current Doctor was actually in Torchwood season 3.
See, I didn't get that far in Torchwood. I watched the first season and then I focused more on Doctor Who. As much as I love Captain Jack.
The best season is actually season 3.
Yep, John Barrowman.
John Barrowman, dude. He was on the Arrow panel, and that guy,
John Barrowman is hilarious as hell.
that guy is awesome, dude. John Barrowman, I can't say enough about that man. I didn't know him. I mean, I knew he was Doctor Who, but I didn't know him as
I've been touting him for years.
Yeah, Nika's been touting him for years, but when I saw that Arrow panel and he was all taking pictures of the crowd, he's a very personable guy,
He
man.
loves what he does and he loves his people.
Hold on.
Oh, dude,
Asian, I
he
don't know if
loves
you
it.
heard me say this before, but basically because John Barrowman, I'm like, if he's watching John Barrowman, it's because of you. I
Barrowman ain't
watched
watching us.
Torchwood. I started watching Torchwood because of John Barrowman. I was at
that
the
would be-
show when they did
John
Torchwood
Barrowman
season 4.
probably like.
He made me
I
laugh.
think John
I died laughing. That is always going to be, to this day, my favorite
this
panel
question.
I've ever been at Comic-Con.
No, do you think John
Because
Barrowman?
of you, I watched Torchwood. I became a
Do you
fan of
think John
Torchwood,
Barrowman
and I've
Brian,
watched
is a
all
top
of
or
it.
a bottom?
Say what?
Do you think John Barrowman is a top or a power bottom?
I do not like this question.
You know what?
Well,
That's
he's
a personal
openly
question.
gay.
You'll actually have to
And,
talk,
I mean,
talk
I
to
just
John
want to know.
about.
I mean,
You have to talk to
guy
John
that-
and his
Sorry.
husband about that. I don't know, but. And
I mean,
I
he
don't
seems
know.
like he could be a good power bottom because he's got that raw, but maybe he just like wants to take it, and maybe he's just like a good top.
Why are we having this conversation?
Why,
It's amazing.
dude, you know what? Why don't you talk to John Burrowman about that, and maybe he will show you Asian. I don't know why you're asking this weird question. Is it because
Well,
we
there
didn't
was
really
a-
talk about porn too much? But you know what?
There was an unedited.
Yeah, I'm like,
he was
when you were
holding
logged
Q&A
off trying to
with
get your boob picture with
back-
the Hulk on, we've actually already
back-
went to the fucking porn section.
All right, well,
back
let me-
at Comic Con. He was actually holding a unedited Q&A with John Barrowman over at the fucking Hilton, but I didn't get a
Yeah,
chance to attend. But I kind of wanted to, dude.
so let me.
Do you really want to go over there and ask him that question? Maybe he would show you. What is
I
that?
want to ask him a lot of
Mika,
questions.
Did you marry
The
a
other
gay
day,
husband?
the other day he posted a pic of him and fucking Arrow just chilling in a pool together, and I'm like,
And said, "Don't ask me about my Jedi something." Or other. I'm like, "Ah, lightsabers." That's where he went with that.
yeah, he was just chilling in the pool with Stephen Amell. Not that I care, but I'm like,
He does
Yeah.
not look old enough to have a kid that's like almost 30, though. Just saying.
no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Asian, I think you would go gay for John Burrowman. You keep talking about
John-
him,
he
you
is
keep
pretty-
asking these weird questions. I think you would be
Have
gay
you
for
not
John
seen him in
Burrowman.
Arrow, and have you not seen him? He's pretty striking. I mean, as a heterosexual male, I can say that guy is a pretty striking gent.
I don't think you're heterosexual because you keep asking these questions.
Well, let me change the
I just want to
subject.
know.
Let me change the subject on you guys real quick. Something that Nika posted via Sleepy is that the tick is coming back to life.
Yes,
with-
no, yes. Dude, don't even get me started, Matt. Yes.
With Patrick Warburton.
With Patrick Warburton.
Aren't they just trying
Amazon
to work a deal to make it happen? I didn't think it was actually happening quite yet. I think they're actually trying to work on it with Netflix to make it happen. Because I know
No, it's
Ed Lingland.
it's Amazon.
I can't even think of his
Ben
name.
Edlund. Ben Edlund.
The fucking creator for Tick. I can't think of his
Ben
name for the
Edlund
life of me.
writing the screenplays and producing is what was reported.
Was it? I'm like,
But my thing is, like, oh, yeah, it'll be Amazon, and they did the failed Zombieland movie or TV series, so I'm kind of, I don't know if it'll
Zombieland
work.
series
It
sucked
sucked.
ass. But I think
watched
the biggest part
pilots.
was because they didn't have any of the actors reprise the roles for it, and it
No,
kind
but
of
they had the
alienated a lot of people who actually loved Zombieland. I think that was their biggest downfall was they're getting new actors to play roles that have already been established by other actors from a movie, and the fact that the movie already exists and these new actors are trying to reprise these roles that they didn't have the chemistry or the reactability for these roles, it didn't work out. So I think if they would have actually had like fucking Woody Harrelson fucking doing
Well, yeah.
No, he's doing that Matthew McConaughey
Tallahassee
thing now.
and fucking Zuckerberg as fucking whoever.
No, he is, but he ain't gonna, he's doing HBO TV. He's not doing like regular TV, and he's definitely not doing it straight to Amazon Prime. But the thing is, like after seeing Netflix, Amazon's like, we want a piece of that pie, and I really hope they go back to this project. Rumor has it, as Matt was saying, it was fucking Ben Edlund writing. He will be doing the producing, supposedly, Patrick Warburton, and I'm only hoping that with the fucking Ben Edlund behind it, we can get Deflator Mouse instead of Batman.
Well, talking to other shows, Netflix is doing Trailer Park Boys season 8, and I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
I love Trailer Park Boys. They're Nova Scotian.
See, I can't get behind him, man. I tried, I just can't get behind him.
It's
You guys can really?
no, it's like Adult Swim's how they keep doing Tim and Eric, awesome, great
Oh,
job.
no.
Don't even,
Go to hell. Those shows, I don't know how they're ever still made. Fuck Cartoon Network because they keep making those shows for some odd reason.
Tim Brule.
Fuck
Dude.
you.
I do like Brule, Steve Brule. I do like
Yeah.
Steve Brule.
Fuck you.
John C. Riley is awesome as Steve Brule or whatever. Yeah, he is awesome. But
The fact
except
that
for
they
Tom Goes to the
make
Mayor,
movies
like
or TV shows or
show
whatever,
their
is still
all
shitty.
suck.
Shitty.
I mean, it really just sucks.
Yes. Tim and Eric suck.
So, I don't.
Stop making those shit, Tim and Eric. You suck. Fuck you.
Yeah, they're new stuff. Who keeps giving them money?
Yeah,
Why?
who keeps giving? It's like Colin Quinn. It's like the minute you see Tim and Eric, you're like, you're not funny. It's like when you see Colin Quinn, you're like, dude, you're not funny.
He's still alive?
Colin Quinn is sadly still
Oh,
alive.
wow.
Who's still alive?
Sorry, man.
Matt looks upset with us.
Who, me? No.
Oh,
Matt
okay.
Warren?
He's like this way, like, you know what, fuck this shit.
No, but I'm just listening to you guys talk about Colin Quinn not being dead. But Joan Rivers is dead.
Jonah
And
Rivers
she
didn't
is
go
a
down.
plastic queen. Want. You know what? Aside from Spaceballs, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, she didn't do shit.
So
All she ever did was just make fun of people on the red carpet, and she was annoying.
while we got people out there actually watching us, I think today we may actually have 6 people watching total throughout the day, with the 4 people and then 2 others on my Facebook page that asked for a link to the thing. So I know Brian's got a thing that shows him how many people are watching, I think. But for anybody that's watching, if you want us to talk about something geeky, I think get on our Facebook page and let us know, since we're back in our 2nd season. Season 2, episode 2. What's this one called?
This is the 2014 the fall TV
Fall
season. I don't know. This is episode 18. I don't know. This is our 18th episode of doing some crazy ass shit, drinking, talking, doing our shit, because we're doing some wrestling promos now. I don't
A
know.
lot of rant.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think right now. I'm kind of tipsy.
So, and that's the fun of this show.
Oh, I knew he was different, man. I just let him go, man.
I think I'm like,
I knew it.
I just
Let him
keep
go.
drinking and drinking and drinking and more drinking, and you know what? It's good.
I'm surprised I haven't heard a
Not
single
condone drugs or alcohol abuse.
Speaking of not condoning drugs, give me that bong.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead,
what
Matt.
We do not condolate drinking or
Consolidate.
fucking drug
We don't
abuse.
consolidate our drugs with our alcohol.
Yes, you can drink if
Yes,
you
we
want.
do.
This episode is not brought to you by Carl Strauss Amber. That's just what I'm drinking.
It's not brought to you by Cheez-It.
It's not brought to you by Cheez-Its. It's not brought to you by... But you
But
know what? If you companies out there, you want to pay us because we're featuring you on our show, feel free. We won't mind you giving us money.
No, I liked it better when we had the made-up ones, like the Spider-Man condoms and shit.
Actually, we need to bring that back. Asian
I would buy
commercial.
Spider-Man condoms. It catches all that web-flinging fucking action.
Yeah. Well, actually, we're gonna have some more commercials, I think, when Asian starts writing them. Now that he's got time.
I got plenty of time.
But, hold on. Asian has time. What?
I thought you were gonna go with.
I thought I was gonna dive off a high diving board into a glass of water with that kind of music.
So what do you guys want to talk about on some of our other shows? I think we should be doing, since we're in our 2nd season, we should be doing.
Second season. Oh man. Yes, because we took the summer off.
We should do a. We should do another Aliens episode. I think it's about time we do an Aliens Part 2.
Aliens part.
We
I
got
don't know.
hung up last time.
But you know what? Hold on.
Mention
You know what? I'm going to take it back just a little bit because Matt did ask about some summer shows that any of us were watching. I was actually watching a couple shows. I did mention True Blood, and then we went off on a tangent there because True Blood sucks. It sucked after a while. But you know what? I was actually watching Defiance Season 2.
Which also sucked.
I actually enjoyed. I enjoyed Defiance. It was based off of a video game, and they made it into something a little bit more than it was. And
Okay,
hold on,
check this.
What? Check what?
Oh, so
Well, no, I actually beta tested the game for it because they're like, oh, this game's going to be tied into a sci-fi show. What would you think of that? And I'm like, dude, I don't want to have to watch the show to understand my fucking game. And like seriously, I told them in all their questionnaires that was a bad idea. Then I saw the show, and I'm like, in the game, I was fighting giant bugs. In the movie, or in the show, there wasn't giant bugs. I'm like, I didn't understand what was going on.
Actually, there was actually some giant bugs in the show.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Really bad.
for some reason,
Wait, was there? Because I didn't stick around.
For some reason, I'm just now seeing the questions that Google Plus decided to load. Clarence asked if he saw a pic, could be fake, of Boondocks movie with Morgan Freeman as granddad, Jaden Smith as Huey. I think that's fake.
And you know what?
Are they
Clarence just actually go, woohoo, I'm here for the whole between the boobs. It's epic.
Hey, the Boondocks movie thing is fake, but they were gonna do, but they didn't get enough through Kickstarter. They were gonna do an Uncle Ruckus movie, and as much as I'm behind an Uncle Ruckus movie, that did not pan out well with many people, because anyone that's seen the show knows Uncle Ruckus is a racist black dude that thinks he wants to be white. And yeah, that didn't pan out with people well to have a big racist black dude wanting to be white in the whole movie. So the Kickstarter only got like half of what they wanted.
Well, first of all, Asian, Uncle Ruckus is not black.
Oh, he's not. He's got reverse Villalago. That's right.
Yes. He's a white man who happens to have turned black through some genetic disorder in the pigmentation in his skin.
Yes, reverse Michael Jackson disease.
Yes. So Uncle Ruckus identifies as a white man.
Okay, because I do not watch the Boondocks, so I did not know any of this.
Yeah,
Why do I ever care?
actually, I think
A couple promos that looked really awesome, because they got the guy that does the voice for Uncle Ruckus to do the promos, and they stuck that big, well, yeah, because he's a big black dude, and they stuck that fucking beady eye in him and stuff, and that shit was fucking funny. Every time he did a promo and a begging for money, I wanted to give him money, but I'm poor.
I think Uncle Ruckus is what actually makes the show for me.
Right?
It's the best. Hold on. Let me while I'm talking about that, let me actually screen share that with you guys here. There's the what Asian was talking about for the Uncle Ruckus movie.
Yes, Uncle Ruckus movie, yes! That's the guy that does the voice, yes.
I think I've actually seen that one myself online.
Here we go.
Well, I tried to promote every time. Yeah, I tried to promote people to the Kickstarter because I really wanted to see that movie happen, and it just didn't. I'm very sad by this.
Well, you know.
I don't know what that picture is over there, but
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
Hey, you see the one where he was? It turned out he wrote a bunch of songs like David Allan Coe, like racist songs, and he became like the #1 racist like singer
and then
ever.
they found out he was black.
And then they didn't find out that he was black, or like he was trying to make him not find out he was black. Dude, that shit was so funny.
Now,
all it does remind me
think,
of is actually from the episode of fucking what the hell, the Chappelle Show, when he was the blind black dude who thought he was white.
Oh, dude, fucking like go back to Ching Chong Chinatown. Oh, yeah.
But he was a black guy who thought he was white.
Oh yeah, and then he divorced
Clayton
Biggs.
Bigsby.
And he was part of the Ku Klux Klan.
And then he divorced his wife when he found out because she was an M-bomb lover.
So,
I'll say anything, but I won't say that. I ain't stupid.
You ain't stupid? What? Anyway, is there any other shows that you guys watch during the summer? Are there any other shows during the summer that you watched?
What?
Don't you what me? What?
Don't
that you watched that you enjoyed? Was there any sci-fi horror? Any sci-fi horror or fantasy shows that you watched during the summer that you enjoyed?
Double Geek. I watched Leprechaun Origins.
I haven't watched it yet.
Hold on, Matt's talking. Matt?
I haven't watched it. I have it on DVR. But one show that came on, Manhattan, that looks pretty good. It's
Never heard of it. What is it?
kind of set. I think there's people living in like the test zone for the atomic bomb. It's kind of like the Americans, but with the atomic bomb.
Actually, it is actually the Manhattan Project that they're actually working on. I was watching a show on Sci-Fi starring Will Wheaton called the Will Wheaton Project.
There was some on Sci-Fi. Weren't you just
There was
talking
on
about
Sci-Fi
Back talking sci-fi.
which Will Wheaton actually made fun of Sci-Fi the entire time. But
You know what? Will Wheaton Project, very overrated.
Yeah.
I saw that and just very
Does not
overrated.
look
I
interesting
found it.
at all.
I
Does not
found
look
it
funny.
The show
Just
was
talk shit, Will Wheaton.
It was Will Wheaton just being Will Wheaton doing amusing things on a national televised show, so it was actually entertaining because he was getting away with doing some stupid shit. I don't know how.
No,
But,
folks, it was Talk Soup with Will Wheaton about nerdy shit.
Man,
That's literally what it was. It was Talk Soup, but with nerdy shit. Okay, I get that. Cool. But I enjoyed it. It was cool. It was interesting. It was fun. It was just a fun show. But he did talk about the Manhattan. He did talk about Manhattan, and it is actually just about the Manhattan Project. I do have the first episode DVR'd, meaning downloaded, but I do have to watch it still. There is a show that I was actually interested in that Will Wheaton didn't really talk too much about on his show. He just showed scenes from it that happened, and that was actually Guillermo del Toro's The Strain. His take on the vampire legend.
I've been seeing a lot of commercials for that. I thought it was kind of one of those like another zombie show from the previews of it, but I guess you're saying it's vampires?
Wait, I think I saw some for that, dude. Wait, I thought it was a fucking laxative commercial.
You thought it was actually it's more of a feel if you like the Blade movies, it's closer to the feel of Blade 2, I guess.
Who doesn't like a good Blade movie? Except the one with Triple H.
Blade, but it was really I felt a little bit close to the Blade 2 movie, but I do enjoy it. It's great. It's a different take because it is they have the CDC involved into it with somebody who had to deal with it from World War II, who is in the concentration camps. So
there's nothing funny about concentration camps. It's like, do you find this Jew lamp funny? No, I don't find a Jew lamp funny.
Yes, I find a Jew lamp funny. What the hell type of question is a Jew lamp?
Dude, that's why they think Jewish persons made it real.
No.
I don't know what he's talking about. He just slap Asian for me a couple times. He said Jew lamp. I don't know
that. I think our show is over.
No, it's not. It's never over. Our show is never over. We just keep talking. I don't even know how long this show has gone on for.
About 2 hours.
9 hours. Oh, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. That's actually pretty short.
Get close to 2.5 hours of just talking of shit.
Okay, so wait. What's the next topic?
I don't know. We're still talking about TV shows, and I brought up The Strain. And
Jew lamp.
You're talking about Jew lamps.
I guess if you're not going to talk about the Hulk raping someone or Batman getting raped, it's going to be Jew lamp that brings the show to the dark side.
It is the Jew lamp. The Jew lamp brings it to the dark side. Did you see this Jew lamp?
Yeah, gross.
There's no Hulk rape. There's no rape whatsoever. We haven't talked about porn, really, but Jew lamp brings it to the dark side.
Censored the Jew lamp, but it only kind of went. He's like, let me censor the Jew lamp.
Jew lamp. What the fuck is? I'm like, I don't know.
So there is a new reality show called The Quest. They're trying to mix reality shows.
Oh no! It's a reality show that's based.
Is that like the nerd show? What is it? Attack of the Nerds, Revenge of the Nerds? Wasn't that nerd show on fucking where this like Robert Carradine and Booger.
King of the Geeks, something, I don't know. King of the Nerds.
What is it?
Horrible.
Yeah, King of the Nerds. That show sucks.
That I didn't
Oh,
like.
bad
Oh,
name.
what? You know what? But the show would be cool if I was on it, because I would. I don't know. I would just go overboard and shit.
You have
I'm
to
like,
be
the first show was
versatile.
cool. They had some cute chicks on it.
They were pulling out shit like, hey, this chick
They
can
had
do
some
Rubik's Cube really
nerds
fast.
on
And you're like,
it.
what?
And
But
you
there
know
was-
what? I would have been trying to I would have been trying to sleep with the cute nerdy girls. That's
Yeah,
just-
if there were some nerdy guys on there that, like, you know, I swear they were
I
going
would
to
have
do
beat the shit out of. I would
And
have.
then when I saw Trade Chat, it's not like you weren't getting random everyday people. They picked, so, like, Trade Chat was a known person through the WoW community as a hot
Actually,
chick.
I think there was like two. There was two people who weren't known in the nerd community. Mostly everybody was known in the
Yes,
nerd community. Except for,
no,
like two people.
no, I wasn't vibing that. I wasn't vibing. But I did like the fact they rolled giant 20-siders at, like, suits of armor. That was kind of cool.
That was actually kind of cool. I'm like, oh shit, I'll roll this. Because the cool thing is, I would have been able.
Well, I wanted to
pick
live
up
there. They have every pinball, every video game, every...
I would have been able to pick the fucking thing up and throw it instead of roll
Yeah,
the
but
fucking
you're
thing.
not going to pick
I was
people that
like,
can actually
I'm
lift
gonna
it
yell
up.
that fucking thing from right here. Watch.
Hey, did you notice that Knights of Badassdom, that the motherfucker, when they had fuzzy dice, they had fuzzy 20-siders hanging in their fucking window? That was pretty sick.
That was actually kind of cool. So, you guys,
It was
out
fuzzy
there,
20-siders.
if you haven't had a chance, go download, go look on fucking the fucking Redbox.
Yeah, you're not
go
gonna.
look on
I'll
fucking
post a link.
Netflix.
I'll post a link to the
Knights of
fucking Knights of Badassdom.
What? What was
It's got
it?
Tyrion Lannister, fucking the guy, the male Sookie from
Peter
fucking
Dinklage.
True Blood.
Jason.
Jason from True Blood.
Stackhouse from fucking True Blood. Summer Gal from fucking whatever show you want to think of, like Firefly,
Firefly.
Nude photos, you know.
Transformers, or whatever. I don't know that not Transformers, fucking Terminator, fucking whatever that show was called, or fucking I don't know what other show she's been on, but
Tyrion
Summer Gal.
Lannister. It's all about Tyrion. It's all about fucking Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage is amazing.
Because
No,
no matter what,
dude.
dude, is that what the fuck are you filming, Matt? Announcer Bunny.
He's always
What?
He's filming the Geeky Bunny.
Wait, Matt, talk so we can see the bunny.
Talk so we can see the bunny.
Hey, Vivi.
Matt, talk. Bunny!
Oh, VV.
Stop talking.
Dude, I swear to God, the bunny needs a webcam. Oh shit, the bunny's attacking us!
You see how he's trained to come when I whistle? Isn't that
That big pointy teeth.
Hold on, let's see if he'll do the kisses. Come here. Give me a kiss.
Got a
Bunny.
mean streak of
Hey, buddy,
my
give
own.
us a kiss.
Did you see the kiss?
Big sharp
Watch.
pointy
Don't try to
teeth.
give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Kiss my finger.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's cuter than shit right there.
I was going to get one and Matt persuaded me. He's like, it's a lot of work. And I'm like, I want one. It's a lot of work. Dude, I want one. It's a lot of work. And I'm like, dude, I just want to get a rabbit.
Anyway, hey geeks, Pig, Nika Shoot, Asian. Is there any other shows you guys want to talk about? Because we've talked about Asian
Well, I
this
was
year.
going to say
We've
Daredevil
talked
on
about.
Netflix, but no, we kind of went too long.
You know, I think we're gonna do the Netflix shows later on. But we've talked about Asians the
Well,
Shield.
I was thinking
We've
Netflix
talked
has a
about.
Daredevil show.
I said we're talking about the Netflix another show.
I don't care what you
Hey,
say.
it doesn't matter what you think or say. We've talked about Agents of the Shield. We talked about Supernatural. We talked about True Blood. We talked about Falling Sky. We talked about
You lamps.
Juland. We talked about Juland. Is there any other shows? Hell, we've even mentioned the originals because I watched the show because of the pretty girls on the show. Damn it! And you know what? When you talk about pretty girls in these vampire shows, chicks dig it. Whatever.
No, they don't.
You don't know the right chicks.
When you talk about chicks, and that's why you watch their show.
No,
Yeah.
trust me,
No.
I've been pulling that on my wife for years. She don't dig it.
No.
I'm like, hey, Nika, you got to see this fucking show. It's got these hot chicks. And she's like, yeah, I don't want to see that show.
Like, why is that your main talking point? Like, it should be a good show.
I almost lost her with Shield
When
on
you're
that one. I was
trying
like,
to
hey,
get
Nika,
laid, this will
you
be a
gotta see
good
Shield. There's
pop-
all these hot
Hey, when
chicks.
you're getting laid,
Why-
it's a good talking point. Shut up. What else have we
It's all
talked?
right.
We talked about Space Dandy. We talked about Attack on Titan. We talked about what else?
What a dub, Rick and Morty.
Is she fucking that thing? No, okay.
What?
Well, bunnies fuck a lot. That's what they do.
We talked about we talked about
Fucking rabbits.
Toro's The Strain. We've talked about Defiance. We talked about Falling Sky. We talked about Haven. What else? Asia, what other shows do we need to talk about?
Attack of the Jew Lamp.
Doctor Who.
Attack of the Jew Lamp. The next show.
Dr. Jew Lamp.
Oh, Bunny went
Doctor Jew Lamp. Hell, we've even talked about
Oh,
Doctor Who. All right, folks. You know what?
Kind of.
I don't think they need to have anything
I
else.
could totally watch a show called Dr. Jew.
I was just about to say. Can we
Dr.
talk
Jew.
Dr. Jew?
Dr. Jew.
Instead of Garvey's got that big fucking religious shit they wear over their neck.
Oh my
Totally
god.
Dr.
guys.
Jew.
I feel dirty somehow.
He's a time shit son.
I feel ashy for some odd reason. I don't know why. We're talking about Dr. Jew.
Ugh.
Oh, ass Jews. I like that.
I feel bad.
Oh wow. Okay, I think that's the end of our show.
Yeah, we are.
That is the end of our show right now, folks. There's no other show.
Oh no.
Is there any other shows you guys want to talk about? Because I've been trying to get to this point for a long time.
Not Jew ash.
So we're going to end with Jew lamps and Jew ashes. All right. This is Rock. We got the Danger Pig. And as always, we got the cat with the rice bowl for the hat. Holding the two boobs. And Nika Chu. This is the Geeks coming from you from It's Geeky. You guys have a good night. And as always, keep it geeky. We're out.
We're nothing.